He looked full.
He's sitting back there.
Right, look.
He had his face in that box.
Had that wilderness meal out there. Couple pieces of chicken and
Hey,
After
what
the
brother
biscuits.
what brother don't be relaxed after that?
right.
He was just sitting there fixated like,
Yeah, he would concentrate.
Going to sleep.
Yeah, right.
Siesta in the fiesta. Siesta.
say he was about to get the itis.
Man, acting up right now too.
Ooh, boy.
Shabbat shalom.
Oh,
Shabbat shalom to the worldwide family. Peaceful Sabbath day, y'all, as we get about our Abba's business. So let's get right down to business. Y'all know how we do it. We turn toward Holy Jerusalem, from whence our help cometh from.
Right. All right, family. We're going to get this opening prayer. And it is with the Most High's permission. And it's in the name of his only begotten and beloved Son, our Lord and Savior and our uncrowned King and our Redeemer.
Yes, sir.
He is Yahushua HaMashiach. But we know him as Jesus the Christ, y'all. Long live the King.
Long live the King!
Reading in the book of Psalms, in the 91st chapter, it reads, He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty.
Yes, sir.
I will say of the Most High, He is my refuge and my fortress,
Yes, sir.
my Elohim.
Yeah.
In him will I trust. Surely he shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler
Yeah.
and from the noisome pestilence. He shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wings shalt thou trust.
Yes, sir.
His truth shall be thy shield and buckler.
Yes, sir.
Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor for the arrow that flieth by day,
Sir.
nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness, nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday. 1,000 shall fall at thy side,
Yes, sir.
and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee. Only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked, because thou hast made the Most High, which is my refuge, even the Most High thy habitation. There shall no evil befall thee,
Yes, sir.
neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling. For he shall give his angels charge over thee,
Yes, sir.
to keep thee in all thy ways.
Yes, sir.
They shall bear up thee in their hands, lest thou dash thy foot against a stone. Thou shalt tread upon the lion and adder,
Yes, sir.
the young lion and dragon shall thou trample under feet.
Yes.
Because he hath set his love upon me, therefore will I deliver him. I will set him on high,
Yes, sir.
because he hath known my name. He shall call upon me, and I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him
Yes,
and
sir.
honor him. With long life
Yes, sir.
will I satisfy him and show him my salvation. Hallelujah! Say now!
Yeah. talking about ultimate protection, y'all.
Yes.
You know, and y'all know how we get down to today's lesson. The war is heating up, y'all. And what we're talking about, y'all, is this spiritual war in high places that's trying to control the world and everybody that dwell in it to worship a new God. A God of these kingdoms on earth, so to speak, through, thank you, bro, through unrighteousness and of your own mindset. You can speak your own truth. Well, we just read in that psalm, his truth is the only truth on earth. It's an absolute truth. If it was not so, you wouldn't keep trying to run back to prove your point of your watered down truth. It's an absolute, y'all. The war is heating up, y'all, so we need to get ourselves prepared for this war. But y'all know how we start. Before we get started, I want to send shouts out, y'all. Want to thank y'all, the worldwide family, our family here, and y'all all over for the prayers for the house of Ishua.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
That protection bro read about was displayed on our brethren and our friend and servant of the Most High.
That's right.
You know, an altercation happened, and just how we just say hallelujah because he's at home.
That's right.
And had to be told to sit down somewhere.
Right.
Still
Already.
trying to get back to himself.
Yeah. Go sit down.
Right.
But all praises, y'all. That's just inside, y'all. You know, we just want to let you know our brother is okay.
That's right.
You know, and he got a little healing to do. But the Most High, that psalm we just read,
Yes, sir.
that psalm proved what the Most High do for his servants.
That's right.
Amen.
You know, so, but there's many battles in a war.
That's right.
You may lose some, but we're trying to get to the end of the war when the ceasefire happens. And that means we got to stay prepared till the ceasefire. We can't collapse after one battle.
That's right.
That's right.
No, we have to show resilience.
Perseverance.
That's what we're talking about, bro. Because when you get into this, you got to put your chips to the center of the table.
That's
you
right.
chasing man-made doctrine, it ain't gonna get it done.
No.
And y'all, what we got in Israel is the doctrine of the Pharisees and the Sadducees. They're a group of extortionists who has a bunch of man-made commandments, and they dress up and sit in Moses and Aaron's seat with their own doctrine. They easy to find. They'll never mention the order of Melchizedek. They'll water Christ's divinity down to zero.
And they'll have a cash out
Yeah.
on their page.
They'll extort. They'll use trickery and tomfoolery, but you know what? They can't trick you unless you want to be tricked.
You have to want it.
Unless your mind wants to be part of devilish behavior.
They don't twist your arm at all.
They don't twist your arm because they're just going after the flesh that lusts. They don't talk spirit. Another thing they won't say, they will never mention the priesthood orders. You'll never hear Melchizedek come out of their mouth. Quit chasing fringes. That's outer cup. Outer cup ain't gonna prove what's inside of you, because the scriptures tell us, though they look like white at what?
Sepulchre.
And you go out to Jefferson Barracks, you see all them headstones in a row, and they look so pretty. They all lined up a certain way, none out of line. But what's underneath that dirt?
Dead man's bone.
That's that doctrine we talking about, y'all. It's dead man bone doctrine, and it's easy to observe. That's why he said, don't be deceived. He gave us the instruction manual. Look for this. Look for this. This is what they're going to do. We don't care because it's your friend and he doing it. He's following that path. Many are called, but few are chosen, y'all. We have to get that in our mind in this war that we're dealing with. You cannot become collateral damage because you want to be a friend to somebody. Looking for a hookup, like a backdoor entrance.
Tell me what you want me to do.
Boy,
Spirit.
look here. So y'all, once again, we thanking the prayers for those immediate prayers that went up for our brother Ishua. Y'all, we also need prayers for our brother Akti, brother Job. We got the young daughter just needs some strength, y'all, and to help him try to get over this hurdle. He's a single father, and it's working him a little bit, you know. But like we're saying, we use the word father.
That's
So also, Sister Karen, her mom, you know, praying for her. She's still battling the battle of the world.
Yes.
Sister still working on it, though. You know, our brother Akdar in the homeland, our sister, the house of Uriah, our sister Hananiah, Sister Cassandra, our sister Stacy Young. You know, if I miss anyone, I'm going to pick it up as we go on through the 11. Sister Eve Trucking, yes, sir. You know, still looking out. And also, y'all, if y'all we'll continue in our Free Miss Judah campaign. She got kind of hung up in a situation, but they're about halfway with where they need to free Miss Judah. Tuba, I'll put the link out there. If you want to contribute, if your heart moves you to. She got caught up, you know, under the guise of a Pharisee tricked her. And what little bit he got, he hid out and disposed of it somewhere else. And he throwing a misdirection so you won't ask him, where the money?
Right.
So y'all, if y'all can assist to help with Free Miss Judah, they're a little less than halfway home with what's needed. So y'all, if your heart moves you to, it's a free will choice. We don't command anybody to do anything.
That's right.
It's from your heart. That's why it's called a cheerful giver.
That's right.
Your arm ain't got to be twisted behind your back. We ain't going to throw no scriptures at you to force you to feel guilty.
No. Then we all be feeling guilty.
Yes, sir. So, y'all, today's lesson, the war is heating up. We're going to get right into it. Tuba, you had something?
That's the name of it.
Yeah, the war is heating up.
Let me scroll back to it. Betty Lemon had a question. She says,
Shalom, Betty Lemon, Ron Lemon.
She said, my question is, what do I say to an Egyptian who says to me, I have Abraham as my father?
Guess what the Egyptian said?
She said, what does she say to an Egyptian if they say that?
If he said Abraham is to his father, well, that's just religion.
Yeah, I mean,
It's the same thing Christianity used when they say Abraham is our father too, and then we err. What they eliminate the bloodline through religion.
yeah.
So that's all they pumping is religion.
And just take them to the blessed bloodline.
Yeah, that's what we need
Where
to
the-
see.
That's
The
what you
inheritance-
need to see.
Where the inheritance goes through.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean that's a true statement.
Yeah.
They are the children of Abraham. However,
Who the covenant goes?
see, just like when you say but,
Right.
and look,
show them the inheritance.
absolutely, and all you'll see is him giving inheritance to Hagar and to Ishmael because it's Abraham's son. But Hagar was an Egyptian.
Yeah.
So let's get that understood. But Egyptians come from Ham.
Yeah.
So, but now if Ham want to get down with this covenant, the door is open.
Yeah, he could be grafted in. However, he would never be of the bloodline
Right.
and the covenant.
Yeah.
Now he could get grafted in,
Yeah.
but he would never be a partaker of the inheritance.
So that has to be made clear, or you on the same page with the inheritance. And understand that clearly and not thinking Paul is saying it don't matter if you're an Israelite, because then he would be contradicting himself in Romans 11 when he say, what advantage then hath the Jew? Romans
That's
9.
right.
And
Much
then Romans
every
11,
way.
he say, for I'm an Israelite.
He said,
By
but
the
much-
tribe and much
every
every
way.
way.
Every
Y'all,
way.
in today's class, we're going to get into much every way, because we're going to get into a little bit of Deuteronomy 7th chapter, because we have to, concerning this war, because this war is going to be on our sisters, our elder mothers, and our young daughters. The war is coming for them too.
And the children.
Yes, sir. And the children, male and female children, they are attacking. Y'all got to understand, they may make it look pleasant, but they are attacking children, trying to tell a 5-year-old, you're not a boy, you're really a girl. Say it. Say it. Don't you feel it? Nobody will, you know, and they got protests going, y'all. This war is heating up so bad, Donald Trump finna go to penitentiary. And we're about to have civil war in this land.
but we have to also understand this is nothing new.
Yeah.
Even what we facing and dealing with today is nothing new under the sun.
Right.
Because they put out a hit on our children back in the days of Herod.
Yeah.
They put a hit out in the days of Pharaoh,
Yeah.
Moses.
Yeah, they did.
On our children.
Yeah.
This is nothing new.
No.
But they have now what they've done is figured out we have to go at them at a whole different way.
Yeah.
Correct.
We have to go after the mind. Because the order of Melchizedek is a conscious law.
Yeah.
So their whole objective is you have to taint the mind first.
Yeah, you do.
So you won't give a, nothing about the flesh. You got to get at the mind.
Yeah.
So technology has allowed them to corrupt the mindset now.
Yeah.
See, it was first through soothsayers and diviners and things of that nature. But now they've advanced technology where they don't have to use those mediums. They use technology.
Yeah. And y'all understand this? Go ahead, sis.
When I was in school, grade school, we had mostly white teachers, and they taught us that we came from monkeys.
Right.
And I used to love listening to it because I believed it. They used the different systems
Right.
to infiltrate in the school system. Now the leadership is approving that they can put in the school system to teach children they can choose whatever gender they want to be. In the adoption homes where they put children, they're castrating the little boys,
Yeah.
putting chemicals and stuff in them.
That's what we talking about, sis. This is war, y'all. This is spiritual war on the children of Israel because y'all don't understand how significant it is and what Elijah just said. Chiefly, much, every way. Because to them were given the oracles of God. If you don't understand that, you can't buy the oracles of God back from us. Right. Because he put it in our blood. See, and that's the difference. You can't buy that blood from us. See, this blood is male or female, and we're going to get into some things when we get in that Deuteronomy 7 to help you understand where this war is really at and why it seems or appeared to be targeted to Israel, the captive. Now, you already they got their knee on your neck, and they still driving it further in the ground. Because they just cannot believe the people that's been reduced to beasts has the gift of God.
Yes.
Until we need it, now we'll make money off of it.
Yeah.
We'll have you jump above a rim and, hit a baseball out the stadium and, run some track for us, but that's as far as it goes. And they'll pay billions as long as you don't tell us who you are. And we'll never tell you why you have the gift you have.
Right.
We'll keep you thinking you are a color. You're black. And everybody else is Irish, German,
Right. Yeah. But you
Egyptian, just like you said, Egyptian.
nationality.
But you're a color.
Right.
Black. See, it has no lineage.
Right.
No lineage. When you hear them talk about their forefathers, black don't have a lineage. There's nowhere. And Isaac begot Jacob, and Jacob begot black, and black begot black. And black begot black.
But the thing of it is, you ain't black, that's black.
Right. Well, so we don't chase colors,
Look,
y'all.
I'll say, wait a
We
minute.
chase prophecy like we supposed to.
Yeah, that is black.
We supposed to. Now it is some black individuals we know. But they're technically not charcoal black. They may, some of them is, ain't they? Let's move on, y'all.
You gotta
But
think
look,
about that one,
they're
brother.
never compared to as this is how you would identify them by prophecy. Prophecy has more characteristics than just color.
Right.
Prophecy is events, it's actions that take place, and it's the past, the present, and the future of how these individual nations would get down. So we have to be a nation or we don't fit prophecy. If they can keep saying African American and black in color, then we'll never know who we are as a people. We'll keep chasing a color and civil rights for 400 years. You're still chasing when anybody else can come in and, granted full citizenship after a few years. 400 compared to 5, and all you have to do is go down to the arch and say the Pledge of Allegiance, a different thing. Then they give you your green card. You understand that? But I'm talking about 400 years, and you still ain't got it.
Right.
Because we still ain't got it.
But and then the other thing is the further they keep you away from the truth, then it keeps
Right.
you away from preparation
Right.
for that which
For
is
this
to come.
war,
That's
absolutely.
focusing.
How you don't even know why you got the uniform on you got on? What you got
That's
said?
why God says his people are perishing for lack of knowledge.
Absolutely. Not because we didn't have it, it's because we reject it. So that's where deception come in. When he tell you that's a Pharisee, I don't care who he is or what his name is, if he got that outfit on, if he's speaking that doctrine, then why is it so hard? You need to understand, Jeremiah, try the spirits, not the flesh.
Right.
The flesh is always full of trickery.
That's right.
The flesh got a man with buttock injections and breast put on a man. And seeing where we're at so far in this war, we right in the days of Sodom and Gomorrah, what Elijah was talking about is that women are now chasing the look of transvestites. Those Big Fridas and RuPaul, them drag race shows, they have them long wrapped fingernail, weaves everywhere, different color this. This is a man attempting to show you the woman he want to be, and then we got real women saying, "Oh, I like the way that woman look." It's not a woman. We chase anything, y'all, and it's not like we don't know it's not the truth. We just don't care if there's just a piece of that it's an advantage for me. How can I come up off of believing that? And they go after it. So y'all, this is the war we're in, y'all. We're in a war against the world. Money is finna come down to the cell phone, and you're really gonna have to choose which road you're gonna go on to, because this is what it's gonna come down to transfer everything. Shalom, Jeremiah. This is what it's gonna come down to, y'all. If you can't leave it at home turn around and go back and get it from home to be late at work, unless it's part of your job, I understand that. But then again, that's part of your job. If you self-employed, how you gonna contact customers?
That's right.
Y'all understand it's a cause for the whole world to get on board, and they run the test with COVID. It might be.
Because it's all.
Well, I'm saying, but like I'm saying, it only would be if you accepted it that I can't live without it. They're gonna give you a choice. Can you live without it? No. Well, you know them pictures still on there, your grandchildren. Hold on, wait a minute. The GPS to your secret location is still in there.
Depending on their-
How you gonna call and say I'm on my way to do dirt?
And they call them smartphones when they make dummies out of people because you don't use your brain to remember hundreds of phone numbers like we used to do. When you
Yeah,
used
we
to
did.
use your mind
We did.
to know how to get
Right, we
it.
knew 1,000 numbers, you know.
Do you freak
But the deal is, even if you remember numbers, you still can only call this with them numbers. The numbers we got to remember is up here, and they call commandments.
That's right.
There's 10 of them.
10 of the big ones divided into 613 broke down, with also statutes, testimonies, and judgments of those laws. That's the number you got to keep remembering up here. And you got to remember the number of the mark of the beast, because it's self-explanatory and it's telling you so. It's without deception. He cannot deceive you unless your flesh say, I want to play with that. And it'll be your flesh, because your conscience going to tell your flesh, no, we ain't supposed to do that.
Yep.
Well, we won't get caught. I'm telling you, my consciousness, we won't get caught. As soon as you get caught, what you say, Elijah? I should have did what?
Listen to my first
I
month.
should have listened to my consciousness, y'all. So we gonna get into this conscious war today. You had something back there, LC?
Yeah, you can't live without them, you ain't I believe.
What you saying?
You can't live without the phone.
Yeah, that's what we talking about, bro. This where it could come down to. That's why they're making sure everything you do is associated with this. All of your files, everything. If you get something, we want that cell phone number. We want to connect you to the world and that phone number that you have. And not only this, but the Daily Mail had they given homeless phones. The homeless lady said, we don't even care about really looking for a job, because they bring us supplies and they bring us phones all the time. See, they have to track everybody that's on earth.
Yeah.
See, because eventually they gonna show a location, and then we got grid location. Whenever it says sin, we know where this group is at.
As soon as you get in bondage of them, then they start deleting stuff. You got to get an upgrade.
No,
As soon
well
as
look
you get
here,
an
they got it
upgrade,
all.
gotta
You
pay
just
more
got to get an upgrade. It's already upgraded to them because it's in the cloud.
That's right.
money.
See, they can download. You can acid wash it. You can throw it in the Lake Michigan. But when they pull it out, they got a way to retrieve all of them
Everything.
text messages.
All of that.
All of that information. You got to see, y'all. We're going to get on with the lesson. Y'all go
How
ahead.
many people call your phone, you ain't give them number? They call and text like a nerd. They call you by your government name too.
Shalom, y'all. Everybody at one time, say it, y'all, just in here. Ishua, get some rest. Say it, y'all.
Get some rest.
Thank y'all.
Sit down.
Don't lay down, dog.
Don't make me come over there.
Tie them little feet down.
Right.
Don't make me come over there.
Well, y'all, let's get at it.
We already know. Sis trying to make you lay down, boy.
Let's get at it, y'all. And y'all know how we start. We got to put on this spiritual armor, y'all. We got to get what armor we need because there's Pharisee armor out there. There's Sadducee armor, y'all. And it's saying this armor is a covering. See how the Most High know how we are covered, like he read in there, how we're covered is by his word. If you're teaching another doctrine, you have a different covering on. This is what he means. This is why it's so important. Shalom, Nathan. The covering that you have on.
Remember in the garden, Adam and Eve wanted to sow fig leaves, and he said no. He put on skins, covered them with skins.
Yeah.
So they chose it. If you look up in, I believe it's Isaiah 59:11, I believe.
We got some 59 in there. Yeah.
Where it says they have a covering, but not of
Mind, spirit, yeah,
Oh,
absolutely. See, and it's a covering of the spirit, y'all. So we're talking about soul covering. See, you could have on anything. We could fool somebody with fringes and a beard. We could fool anybody just out of cup.
Right.
But
Where you gonna get
that
the beard
inner
from?
side, huh?
Where you
Man,
gonna
they
get the
sell
beard
beards
from?
online now. Look. And I'm talking about just like in them women's stores, they have the high dollar stuff up high. You got to use the stick to get it down so can't nobody steal it. They got full beards to fit you.
You gonna get one like
luxury
that?
type. Yeah, I'm telling you, get that stick. Get me that one up there.
It's
And that
called the
6-pack
Nat
of
Turner
Coke
beard.
45. Yeah.
And we know where Daniel was out when you come in with a full beard.
Yeah, y'all don't know what's up. Yeah.
It's gonna be
Look, I'll be
Jones.
like, don't none of y'all pull that receipt off because I'm taking it back after class.
It's gonna be Jones Central is what it's gonna
Yes, sir. Let's get some more, y'all. Ephesians 6 and 9.
But that was tough.
The topic is the war is heating up, and we're talking about this spiritual war at your consciousness, y'all. They don't care about the flesh no more. They tired of the flesh. They done got you to mark it all up. They don't care. You do different things with it. Now they want to control the mind. And notice what they're saying. They keep talking about mushrooms and psychedelics coming back. Doctors are saying we know how to deal with it so you don't have a bad trip. They want the consciousness, y'all. They want your spirituality. They want what makes you make decisions of right and wrong. Every human being on earth has that chemical makeup, right and wrong. It's in the soul. The outer cup, this shell here, drives something else, but every nation get the same rules. It's just one nation's been in charge of the rules, and they hate it. Because there's nothing they can do to get rid of the bloodline. Let's get some more, y'all.
Can I start this at one?
Yes, you can, sir.
Yeah.
All right, family, we're going to be reading in the book of Ephesians, chapter 6. Start the reading in verse 1. Everybody there?
Go ahead, I catch up.
Children,
Uh-huh.
obey your parents in the Most High.
Do what?
Obey your parents in the Most High.
Now notice what they're saying, in the Most High. So how can you listen to a child talking about, I want to live my truth?
Right.
That's not the truth for a child in the Most High for you to switch genders and you ain't even grown hair in them secret places yet.
Right.
What you know? Go ahead, bro.
For this is right.
For what is it?
This is right.
So the script say it's right for a child to grow up in the commandments of the Lord, not in the commandments of the world, not in the commandments of their truth. Notice how they keep saying their truth. We just read in that psalm when he opened up, it's the Most High's truth and it's absolute.
That's right.
Let's get some up.
Verse 2.
Yeah.
honor thy father and mother,
Uh-huh.
which is the first commandment with promise.
With what?
With promise.
Y'all have to understand this. If you respect who's above you off the top, there's other laws, but what it's saying, this is the first principle. You get this right, you'll never break rank and hierarchy. Because if you do your earthly parents, spiritual parents, your soul, if you understand it from earthly, spiritual will come easy to you, and you'll say to yourself, it's somebody greater than my parents. It's keeping my parents alive who I respect.
Right.
See, it's the first commandment with promise, because it's still love the Lord with all your what?
Heart, body, and soul.
That's your father. So that's what it's meaning first. Let's get some more.
Verse 3.
Yeah.
That it may be well with thee,
Uh-huh.
and thou mayest live long on the earth.
Ain't that what we trying to do, y'all?
Right.
Go ahead.
And ye fathers, provoke not your children to wrath,
Uh-huh.
but bring them up in the nurture and admonition of the Most High.
Y'all understand that? We can't provoke our children. You can't force your child to be a soldier or different things like that. You have to bring them up in the admonition of the law, and he'll direct their steps. He'll put the gift on them that they need.
Right.
See, and what this means is you can't live through your children, your life, so to speak.
Right.
If you was a standout star basketball player and you twist your ankle and had to have screws put in it, ain't never been able to jump on top of a curb since, you can't beat that into your child.
Right.
I'm going to whoop your ass if you don't jump high. You can dunk.
Jump on the curb, no more.
Yeah. You can dunk.
It was reduced.
And he just got out of kindergarten.
Right.
No, you can't live, and that's what happens. We'll provoke our children to try to force the life through them and saying, this is my offspring. And we're going to get into some scriptures today concerning that.
Because there's too many examples of the children going array.
Yeah.
Because of
You don't want that. You don't want that then, do you, life? When they go crazy. You didn't say he learned that from me.
No. Go cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs and now he
Let me read the second witness to that.
Go ahead.
Genesis chapter 18, verse 19. For I know him that he will command his children and his household after him, and they shall keep the way of the Most High,
Yes, sir.
to do justice and judgment, that the Most High may bring upon Abraham that which he has spoken of him.
Yes, sir. And we see that. But we had that children, many of them, because Abraham did have a dream and it was rough on it. He said, I saw him being carried away captive. He said it troubled him, but he saw the end of the matter.
promise.
He saw the promise being fulfilled. But y'all, we got to go through this war, and in this war there's many battles.
Yes.
Some are won, some are lost, but you got to get back in the war. Take that up, give me my pistol, and send me back in there.
Yeah.
Let's get some more.
Verse 5.
Yeah.
Servants, be obedient to them that are your masters according to the flesh, with fear and trembling, in singleness of your heart, as unto a Mashiach.
So it's saying servants. So who are we servants to?
The Most High.
So, and then it's saying according to the flesh. Even if we get down to this, they have the Most High's doctrine. So he tells them how to treat us when we're in their hands. He gave them the blueprint. This is as far as you go. If they still be obedient, the best you can go is put handcuffs on them, and that's it.
Right, no forwarding of the affliction.
No forwarding of the affliction, but they got tired of us. God didn't want you, that's why he got rid of you. And then that makes them further the affliction because they say, well, God did it. We can do, well, you ain't God.
Right.
You can't do his work for him. If he tell us vengeance is the Lord, how you gonna get down?
Right.
Let's get some more.
Verse 6.
Yeah.
Not with eye service.
Not with what?
With eye service as men pleasers, but as the servants of Hamashiach, doing the will of Yahweh from the heart.
See, y'all have to understand, he gives us instructions for being in captivity. We just got to follow along, but we think we're supposed to buck the system. See, when you buck the system, then you're saying what my forefathers did should be on them. But you're still in captivity. You could talk that noise if you can get away and take over Jerusalem. and then say, I'm going to do better than them, but you're here. So you got to figure out how to deal with this till that punishment is over, because the promise was made to Abraham before you was even thought of.
Right.
Abraham already saw what you're complaining about. Yeah, we're going to get into some scriptures today, going to help us understand this war that's heating up, because it's coming after us, y'all. No matter how we look at it, we're going to be the blame for all the trouble in America. Let's get some more.
Verse 7.
Yeah.
With good will,
Uh-huh.
doing service as to the Most High, and not to men.
See, that separates how far you can go when it say, okay, like you go in the courtroom, the judge walk in, they say, all right, you can sit down if you want to, but you're just going to bring more drama on yourself. It didn't say all rise and worship. That's a difference. Y'all understand what I'm saying?
And see, the big difference is when the judge come in, you stand up. But if the Most High come in, you gonna bow down.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about, bro. That's absolutely what we're talking about, and that's all you'll see through the scripture. You'll see people bowing, but they never worship. It say, and when you see the scripture say, and worshipped, then that's supernatural. Angels will tell you to get up. You can't do that to me.
Yeah.
You only do that to there's one who we must do it to, and then there's his offspring that we need to adjust our systems to understand that we're going to be doing it to him. He's been given charge and control. Oh, I ain't going to do that. Well, you rather do it for somebody in there that wins chicken wing eating contests. Lying, and just cause they dressed up, saying he's supernatural power and got a prescription, you rather believe that though. You want to be deceived, don't you, Lysa?
He's a man.
Shit, stop me by Walgreens. Hold on, what we got to stop that for? I got to pick up my prescription. And you, supernatural?
Holy.
Yeah.
Let's get some more, bruh. That ain't the armor we talking about. That's flesh armor.
Verse 8.
Yeah.
Knowing that whatsoever good thing any man doeth, the same shall he receive of the Most High, whether he be bond or free.
Whether he be what?
Bond or free.
See, these laws covering if we're at home, because we have to respect our elders. They're in charge, but they don't lord over us.
Right.
They only be example. And then if we be in bond, we're in bond now. Ain't we? He said, I got it set up to where if they further affliction, I'll get them. Don't worry about it. You'll get your just rewards for what they doing. But I got y'all on lock. All y'all need to do is obey me and watch my protection in the land of captivity. And we're going to get some examples of his protection in the land of our captivity, so we don't think about fleeing to a land that has no protection.
Right.
Who puts up a runaway bride? They tell her go back home, don't they? You can't hide in here. Where's your husband?
Right.
I run off and left him.
Say no.
But you can't stay here.
No, he coming gunning here.
Yeah. So y'all, we can't run off. Ain't nobody else gonna buy us.
No. Stay put, Kizzy.
Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead.
Verse 9.
Yeah.
And ye masters, do the same things unto them.
Y'all see how a lot of people won't read down this far. They'll attack the writings and say Paul gone crazy if he telling us to bow to a now he's in telling the masters what to do. Y'all know what the play is. It's the same thing for y'all. What else it say, bro?
Forbearing threatening.
What doing what?
Forbearing threatening.
So who's in charge? You don't threaten nobody. You don't extort nobody. In this truth.
Right.
Don't care what your title is.
Right.
Get some up.
Knowing that your master also is in heaven.
Uh-huh.
Neither is there respective persons with him.
So don't think because you got a title,
Right.
he's concerned about your title. He wasn't concerned about Lucifer's title, and he told him what his title was. You had a breastplate on. You walked the stones of fire. You was up in the north. What do he care about? Some Negro got some fringes he done put together from Hobby Lobby.
Right.
Cut the bottom of a curtain off and got some hemming tape and a hot iron. Let's get some more, bro.
Verse 10.
Yeah.
Finally, my brethren, Be strong in the Most High.
What we have to be?
Be strong in the Most High.
Uh-huh.
And in the power of his might.
And in the power of his might, y'all. That's the only way to be strong. You can't be strong in man-made doctrine. That's weak doctrine. Go eat.
Put on the whole armor of Yah,
Uh-huh.
that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers,
Uh-huh.
against the rulers of the darkness of this world,
Uh-huh.
against spiritual wickedness in high places.
See, it's not that individual that's dressed on the outer cup. It's what's driving that individual
Exactly.
to make him say what's coming out of him, the things that they're saying, that wickedness. That's what we have to be on guard for. And it'll come dressed like you.
Right?
Just like you.
That's why you have to be extra careful and try the spirit. Jeremiah, you know what we were talking about earlier? Try the spirit. Yo, this is a conscious walk. There's laws to be kept spiritually.
Yes.
That way you keep them like Abraham. Abraham ain't never walked around all day having debates and wars with anybody.
No.
He showed you a way of life consciously. How to deal with these situations in the land of Canaan. Don't get it twisted. Abraham was in the land of Canaan also. So was Jacob. So was the 12 tribes. So we used to be in hostile territory. Let's get some more.
Verse 13.
Yeah.
Wherefore, take unto you the whole armor of Yah,
He's saying it again. Uh-huh.
that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day,
Uh-huh.
and having done all to stand.
See that key point, able to stand, but having done all to stand. You're just not going to get a helping hand and
Right.
you ain't done nothing. Faith without works is what?
Dead.
Ain't no need us fooling ourselves. It ain't about what comes out of your mouth. This is actions and deeds. Go ahead.
Verse 14. Stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness,
Uh-huh.
and your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace.
See, and your feet is shod with that because we have to take the gospel to other people. So your feet got to be ready to move. You can't just give orders all the time and say go and do. Your feet got to get moving. Wasn't the Messiah moving around?
Always.
Different locations.
Right.
Let's get some more.
Verse 16.
Yeah.
Above all, taking the shield of faith,
Uh-huh.
wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked.
See, faith does that because faith eliminates doubt. So no matter how Satan throw them arrows at you, you just can't doubt. That's what all I need you to do is just doubt the scriptures a little bit. This why we say when you come into this room, when you come into this, it's from Genesis to Revelations. Ain't no tamperings. It's just tampering with your mind. Satan ain't never tampered with the law of the Most High. Ever. The law is the truth. Now, y'all can play all the word etymology games you want, but the law is the truth. Now, if you believe that, you got to push your chips to the center of the table, all of them, and cast your cares on the Most High. How you going to try to tell somebody about it and you don't trust it? Ain't that crazy?
That is.
Let's get some more.
Verse 17.
Yeah.
And take the helmet of salvation.
Do what?
Take the helmet of salvation.
Uh-huh.
And the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of Yahweh.
Uh-huh.
Praying always with all prayer and supplication in the Spirit.
In the what?
In the Spirit.
Uh-huh.
And watching thereunto with all perseverance and supplication for all saints.
See, we have to watch as well as pray. That's why I say watching always. Watch what goes on around. You watch TV, they gon' put it on TV because they have to entertain their soldiers as well. You just have to see what you're watching. Because there's Israelites in there that's poor of spirit, that's taking these jobs and different things. You understand what I'm saying? May have made a bargain on their soul for a position on TV. So you can see as an example and not just blast TV as evil because you can't get rid of TV. TV is right here. Can't we stream whatever we want? Netflix, I can pull it up right now and we can watch a movie. here in real time. Somebody can pull up a movie in Jerusalem and hit share. He'll be watching it 8 hours ahead of us. What that'll be about? They about 8:30 right now,
What time is it?
or 9:30. So they 8 hours ahead. But we can watch the same thing in real time, all of us together, and comment on it. That ain't never happened in world history, y'all. We ain't never been able to lock the world on one system and communicate. Everybody communicate at the same time, in real time. I'm not talking no lagging. I'm talking about it's hitting simultaneously that we're going to see this, and it's going so you understand when the Antichrist, a warning gonna wake us up if it's night where we at.
Yep. That's
Get
why
up.
you get those monthly
Yeah.
warnings,
Yeah,
the weather warning.
yeah,
That's the preparation.
yeah. Go ahead.
Verse 19.
Yeah,
And for me, that utterance may be given unto me, that I may open my mouth boldly, to make known the mystery of the gospel.
see, there's a mystery of the gospel of the good news of Messiah coming to fix what Adam and Eve broke. Y'all have to understand that was paradise. The door to paradise must be repaired. It's boarded up now for us. That door, that breach in the door, a new door will go up there, and it'll open and swing to pure righteousness. That's the mystery of the gospel we have to preach to people so they stay on path. Look, you ain't gonna live 1,000 years here. The sickness that's in the world and what they putting in there, you lucky to get 3 score these days. Because you know what? You have to breathe.
Yep.
Let's get some more.
Verse 20.
Yeah,
For which I am an ambassador in bond,
yeah,
that therein I may speak boldly as I ought to speak,
yeah.
but that ye also may know my affairs, and how I do. Tychicus, a beloved brother and faithful minister in the Most High, shall make known to you all things, whom I have sent unto you for the same purpose.
For what purpose?
The same purpose.
Ain't nothing switching or changing. He coming with the same report. Go ahead.
That ye might know our affairs, and that he might comfort your heart. Peace be to the brethren, and love with faith from Yah, the Father, and the Master, Yeshua HaMashiach.
Yes, sir.
Grace be with all them that love our Master Yeshua HaMashiach in sincerity.
See, we got to have grace. That last verse, grace be with all of them, y'all, because we can't buy it. We can't buy salvation. It ain't enough we can do that could correct the wrong that's in. It's grace. Noah found grace and was allowed to get on the ark, and everybody else wiped out. That grace cannot be purchased. It's a gift. You don't deserve it under no circumstances, but because of the effort, but because of where your heart stood like Abraham, he grants you grace.
Genesis 19:19.
That gets you, what you saying, Elisha?
Genesis 19:19.
Absolutely. That gets you across the finish line, that bit of grace.
Let me read the second witness to that verse 20 where we are ambassadors.
Go ahead, bro.
This is 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 20.
Yeah, we're going to Isaiah 59, y'all, right after Zeb. Read that.
Now then, we are ambassadors for Hamashiach.
What are we, bro?
Ambassadors for Hamashiach. As though Yahweh did beseech you by us. We pray you in Hamashiach's stead. Be ye reconciled unto the Most High.
That's right. We got to be, y'all see, an ambassador for the Most High. I'm not coming with nobody else's message. Right. This is the message from King Yahushua.
That's right.
We come here to deliver this news to you about King Yahushua. Not some Negro down in Florida. Not him. And the good news, the gospel, given to him by his father. That's what we're talking about. They chasing somebody else. Y'all see how quick they can put a name on an individual and you have people chasing? And we got what we call, or you look on TV as superstars or entertainers, Father. D.L. Hughley, Seg the Entertainer, all of them. This is what we're talking about, that follow individuals. Because Shalom says, Shalom, got Arizona in the house. Shalom. What's up, boo? What's going on? Yeah.
Couple years.
Yes, sir.
Man,
been a minute.
That's Sister Natural Light, y'all.
Not the bird.
Yeah.
The sister.
Yeah, absolutely, bro. Go ahead.
It made you thirsty, didn't it?
Where we at, bro? What, you finished that there? Okay, Isaiah 59, y'all, because what we have to do, the armor is the same both Old and New Testament. So Paul ain't talking nothing new because he said everything you feel about me is coming from the law and the prophets. If y'all want to get at Paul, that's all you have to do, wouldn't it? If the man tell you this how you can get me, why you keep going to made up arguments? Yeah, man, well, I think Peter and them said somebody was cheating in the dice game. Get out of here with all of that. Then you have some book of some white man talking about Paul. All you have to do is say he sinned right here. Let's go to Deuteronomy. Let's go to Numbers. This, he spoke ill-advisedly right here. Not have me believing somebody got beef about a different doctrine. Ain't we just seeing the same ambassador? Them got to be the same ambassadors, don't it? Mm-hmm. How they got different doctrine?
Right.
They ain't ambassadors.
No, they ain't ambassadors. Shalom, Mike.
Shalom, brother. Isaiah 59.
See them grandchildren over there, Mike? See them short? Oh, I know you see them. Yeah, they in the car with you. Huh? Okay, let's get it, y'all. Isaiah 59.
Got it there.
Isaiah chapter 59, verse 16.
Yes, sir.
Isaiah chapter 59, verse 16.
Go ahead, bro. I'll catch up.
Isaiah chapter 59,
Elijah
verse
circling around in
16.
Revelation. Go ahead.
And he saw that there was no man, and wondered that there was no intercessor. Therefore his arm brought salvation unto him, and his righteousness, it sustained him. For he put on righteousness as a breastplate, and an helmet of salvation upon his head.
So we see the same uniform that Paul is talking about. Did Paul switch the uniform at all? Let's read some more.
And he put on the garments of vengeance for clothing, and was clad with zeal as a cloak.
See, so what we're seeing here is this is the Messiah. He's saying he put on supernatural armor so we can see ours because it's spiritual war. It has nothing to do with the flesh. This is going to rot away anyway, but your soul lives forever. That's what Satan's after. He don't care nothing about flesh. He say you don't even care about your own flesh. Look at what you was doing with it last night. You don't care about it.
It's known.
Let's get some more. Go ahead.
Verse 18.
Yeah. What happened with that?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Oh, that's good. Go ahead.
According to their deeds.
Yeah.
Accordingly, he will repay.
What are you going to do?
Repay. Fury to his adversaries. Recompense to his enemies. To the islands, he will repay recompense.
So we see the general in charge. He's the one that pays back. We're just told to get ourselves prepared for what's going to be attacking us. But we got the powerhouse that's going to put the vengeance down. You just have to be geared up and ready to deal with these battles to get to the promised land until he puts it down. Because we won't be able to put the Antichrist down. He's reserved for the Messiah to put down. Because he puts down Enoch and Elijah as the two witnesses, don't he? He put them down. And they've been preserved to deal with it. It's not that they can't deal with them put down. It's the fact that every man is appointed to die once, and then it's the judgment. They were born under this sun. They were born after Adam sinned. So they must come back. And then they'll die once under this sun. But they'll be called up after that. And then the brightness of the Messiah, he'll deal with the Antichrist like he said, because he's looked at as God. See, the two witnesses are not. They're ambassadors to tell, just like Moses and Aaron told Pharaoh, their ambassador, to tell the Antichrist, you know you ain't God. See, fire from heaven going to destroy people that attack him, but they're going to lose the battle with the Antichrist purposely. Yeah. But it won't be their defeating the two witnesses. They have to give their life for the testimony.
That's right.
So it's not like their life is being taken. They have to give their life for the mission they're on.
But they're going to be resurrected
yes,
before
sir.
all mankind.
Immediately.
So what's going to happen is going to show mankind the example of standing bold in
yes,
the
sir.
day of adversity.
In that day of evil.
In the day of evil, and how Christ, the blood of Christ, will resurrect you. That promise will be given. So that all it takes is two examples, two men to be an example to the whole world.
Yeah.
To have the faith of a mustard seed.
Faithful.
Two witnesses.
Two witnesses.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, verse 18.
Verse 19.
Yes, okay.
So shall they fear the name of the Most High from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Most High shall lift up a standard against him.
Y'all see what's going to lift the Spirit of the Most High, y'all. So this ain't about flesh. I don't care. You can't go to no gun show and think you finna outduel this heathen.
Right.
They deal with spiritual wickedness in high places. FBI will be there when you go to pick your gun up. They tell you, no, we need to check you out first. And when you go pick it up, they say you'll never shoot it. You'll get practiced on. And haul you right to jail when you go there to pick up your weapon. You think gonna protect you. No, y'all, this a whole nother level of spiritual protection because you can't see where it's coming from. Right. You have to have your head on swivel, but it can come out of nowhere. Y'all, we in some terrible times that people are killing at graduations.
Before.
They're killing at graveyards and at funerals.
Yes, sir.
You're walking the casket out and they're shooting the people carrying the casket.
They come inside.
Yo, this is everywhere. It don't matter where. You could be in Target. You could be in Aldi's. You could be anywhere. And y'all, this is you really got to have your head on swivel in these ghetto gas stations.
Yeah.
Because it's the shooting location now.
Yeah.
It's where they must have some on the wire. Well, nigga, meet me at the Mobile on Goodfellow then. Meet me at Murder Mobile then. You talking
You know which
tough.
one it is.
Murder Mobile.
Murder Mobile. Killer Conoco.
Killer Conoco.
Uh-huh.
Y'all, do y'all understand the last major? I'm talking about every day you look at the paper, killing at a gas station. What's going on at the gas station and there's gas there and you shooting hot lead?
Because they catch them there. They catch them there getting out.
Yeah, we know they're in the ground, but you hit that
The nozzle.
the nozzle, you hit anything where the gas gotta flow through, it's gonna light up.
And you hit that thing, that box where it come through,
Yeah.
it flow through there, it's gonna get it.
And then it's gonna get to the tank.
Yeah.
What
But
you gotta say?
that's where a lot of people get caught off guard and they
Shalom,
come
my
with
John.
no
Shalom,
they
nephew.
going to get gas.
Shalom out. Yeah, y'all hear them boys? Yes, sir. You must got a Hot Wheel tracking in one of them bags because they hollering for it like they got some stirring
They done already
instructions
seen
before they went. Yeah. Yes, sir.
They just got to peek at it.
Yeah. Look, and like you said, all those gas stations are owned like wild men.
Yes.
By wild men, I should say. So in the inner city, so they'll create wars and allowing them to do these things that's taking place at
There's a
these
lot
gas
of
stations.
them,
Because all they
they
looking
strap.
for is the money.
Yeah, and see, like the ones at the Murder Mobile, they
strapped.
the dope me.
Yeah.
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 They are the
And
dope me.
like I said, just like people come and leave their children in the car and people steal the vehicle and they're off guard, they're not focusing what's going on around them.
Well, they're not focused at all because even if it was going around, you know you can't leave the children in the car. When you think about it, should I turn this key off and lock the door?
They ain't studying the kids.
But see, when you leave it running and you say, I'm only going to go in there 10 minutes.
It only take a blink of an eye.
Look, it only take a blink of an eye. Y'all, look, I'm going to say this, we're going to move on. It's like swimming. Y'all, you know how they say we don't do no swimming. I mean, when you look at swim pool parties, we got on gaiters and slacks. Women are made up, hair done. You like, they ain't plan on doing no swimming. No, we don't. We just here for the entertainment part about it. But if you're anywhere near water, you have to preach to your children. And I heard this from a heathen that had a pool in his backyard. He said 13 seconds. He have every year. When the pool opens, everybody has to sit down and they go over 13 seconds again. That's all it takes is 13 seconds for a child to drown. 13 seconds. You go in the house and you go put something in the microwave and put it on 15. 2 seconds before that bell ring, they're underwater. 13 seconds, no matter how it goes down, he give that rule and that sit down meeting every year before the pool open. And then he asks all of them, do y'all understand? Yeah, no, Shalom, AZ Ben Yehuda. No, he don't want to hear it. He want to come out of everybody's mouth to repeat the rules of 13 seconds with them. That way you would never let a child get out of your sight because it's that quick. They'll be gone.
I was a lifeguard, brother, at several pools. It take a split second. I done had to jump in the pool with all my clothes on, phone and everything.
Because you can't holler underwater, can you, license?
I mean, you just turn around, your head turn back, that child is underwater.
And y'all understand this when you get into the testimony or the Apocrypha of Solomon, the wisdom of Solomon?
Yeah.
He talks about demons lurking waters.
Yeah.
Mostly in lakes and different things. Pools are a little bit different, but he'll get in that too. But when a suckhole or current grab you and pull you under, those are demonic spirits, y'all.
Yeah.
They in the waters. We read that they were banished to the waters a lot of time. Y'all, we have to be careful. If you see us circling like that, ain't no need you taking a bet I could swim to the other side.
No. That current, by the time you make it to the other side, you looking like a pretzel.
Look here, you almost drowned when they was baptizing you. What the hell you gonna do? Get some lake water. Hell, almost got the preacher locked up. And you talking about taking on a rip current. Let's get some more, y'all. Where we at?
Verse 20.
Yeah.
And the Redeemer shall come to Zion.
Who gonna come to Zion?
The Redeemer shall come to Zion.
Uh-huh.
And unto them that turn from transgressions in Jacob, says the Most High.
See, in Jacob again, y'all, we're seeing that because we're the truth bearers. So we have to turn back those from Jacob because that's where the blessing went through. Only to that remnant, y'all. Y'all understand this remnant? He keeps saying, this ain't for all because you know you Israel. Mm-hmm. Let's read some more. Finish that on
Verse 21.
Yeah.
As for me, this is my covenant with them, says the Most High.
Uh-huh.
My spirit my spirit that is upon thee, and my words which I have put in thy mouth shall not depart out of thy mouth, nor out of the mouth of thy seed, nor out of the mouth of thy seed, says the Most High, from henceforth and forever.
See, and when he say thy seed, he never said male or female. So for anybody to take this and say it only means male, what happens if they kill all the males? Seed mean male and female, don't it?
Yes, sir.
The mother's still responsible for the rearing of the child when they first born, ain't she?
Yes.
But when you put it all in one area and say it must go through this channel, then miscegenation ends that line of thinking immediately.
Right.
Hell, they raped us more in Egypt than they did here. The only difference is the children was kind of almost the same color. But you didn't pay much attention to that. Because he looked a little Hamitish, but his skin is still dark. That's why we can't play the color game. Egyptians are dark, ain't they? Canaanites are dark, ain't they? Hittites is dark. We can't play no color game. It's a nation game. It's who been given the oracles of the Most High to make sure this word goes forth correctly like it's supposed to. Color don't do that.
No.
Because anybody seen the color of a soul? Who seen the color of a soul, right?
The soul of a shoe.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
This ain't red bottom.
Right
We
here,
ain't talking about the red
right,
bottom.
right. Let's get some more, y'all. Where we at? Deuteronomy 28 and 68 is the only thing we're going to. And this, the reason I'm going to this is when Moses wrote this, we had all 12 tribes. And this was before the 70-year Babylonian captivity. So y'all, Deuteronomy 28 covers more than just our bondage in America. You know, it's letting us know our bondage, how we will be moving through kingdoms. You know, so it covers all of them, because the reason I'm saying this is like you had them, what's that Malone dude or whoever he is that one that tried to stir up, who?
Moses Malone.
No, is that his name? No.
The white dude.
Yeah, the white dude.
Yeah, that's his name.
Moses, his name Moses?
Moses Malone or something like
Yeah.
Moses Malone, basketball.
Moses played for the 76ers, not that.
That's what I thought about when you said Moses
I know who
Malone.
you talking about. I know, yeah, his name Malone something.
I'm thinking about
Yeah.
backboards
But
breaking.
what he does is he confused a lot of Israelites with the 70-year Babylonian captivity and the 400-year captivity here in Egypt, and they don't know how to add up the scores, and they get caught up. Because see, and then they'll try to confuse you with Abraham saying it's 400 years, but you only did vocal Malone. Yeah, that's who it is. And then he try to confuse you like, well, you wasn't really in Egypt for 400 years. Yes, we were. Egypt is Canaan.
Right.
It started there. We did time there. See, the roles are just switched here in this captivity. Our first 200 and plus years were in the neck. I mean, in the hand, our neck was in the hands of the enemy. Right. I'm talking about brutal chat, you know, the slavery like now. Now, our last end is like we're doing. We have a certain amount of freedom to walk around and drive a car, and, you know, we got some freedom. That's the way it was the first few years. They were opposite. Their first few years were pleasant like ours is now, so to speak, but we were still captives to Canaan because they were still running the world. We was like Visa did. And then we went into bondage the last few years. So the roles are just flipped, but the time is the same. Y'all understand? 215 of being able to walk around and go to the store, and then there's 215 of hard, rough bondage. The same way with Canaan before we went down into Egypt. Go ahead, bro.
You use that 215 because of Joseph, because they said Joseph was ruling.
Right.
Right.
They said that wasn't binding.
That wasn't bondage. See, and that's what we're talking about. That was the part that you go down, but you see who was in control. Wasn't they in control?
Yeah.
He's still in control. Joseph had to answer to who was in control.
Right.
He still had to go to the president.
Yes, he did.
However, we read that after Joseph died, that new Pharaoh that came up knew nothing about Joseph. Right.
So it wasn't even in their writings then.
Right.
Or he didn't want to hear about it even being in the writings.
It was in the writing, but he didn't want to. Yeah, it was just like they do now. Is try to just overlook history. They don't change it.
Right,
They
right.
just say we won't mention it.
Yes. If we do, we'll just show a different color because y'all color chasers.
Right.
We'll show you color and have you beat and pound that out. You still ain't going to figure out who you are.
Just like they didn't find the story of the Exodus in Pharaoh's son's, his oldest son, in his hieroglyphics, but in his son's hieroglyphics, they found the account of the Exodus. So that's why they tried to say it was a myth, because they didn't see it in the hieroglyphics.
Right.
But that's because Pharaoh was arrogant and he never recorded his defeats.
Yeah.
And he wanted to get rid of the notion that Moses haven't even existed.
Right. They didn't want that history. They didn't want that part of history being revealed. So he never had that written in his history. But it was found in his son's history when they dug up one of his son's tombs.
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely, bro. Y'all, see, we're dealing in science fact, not science fiction. They know it's to be the truth. They don't never change the Bible. They still ain't changed it. They just keep showing you a white man. And look, and got the Egyptians, the so-called Egyptians, they so mad at that movie about Black Cleopatra, they don't know what to do. But those are the mixed version of Egyptians with them Greeks that went up in there. Them not the original Egyptians complaining.
Hey, but check it out. Look up a movie called The Messenger from 1971.
Yeah.
And it has the king of Judah and all the Judites.
Yeah.
When the Ishmaelites came for a pass through their land, he had to confront the king of Judah, and that whole tribe is all black.
What's the name of that movie?
1971. The Messenger.
Messenger, not message.
The Messenger.
Okay.
It's with what's the old white boy name?
Which one?
Strong Thurman.
Man, Lee Marvin, I think.
Oh, okay, yeah, he old.
One of them
yeah.
old heathens.
Yeah, he one of them people
Like one of
that
them old.
almost convinced you to get a warranty. You know them heathens talking tough, you know, looking scowling. You get it now, America Home Shield. You like, shit, okay, what's the number? I know you talking about old Lee Moore. Play a lot of cowboy movies. Yeah. Go ahead, y'all. Deuteronomy 28, y'all. We're gonna pick it up right about 63. Y'all read all in between, y'all, but I have to do it to tie in just the multiple captivities because all 12 tribes was together when this was put down, Deuteronomy 28. And we were free at this time. Yeah, we're gonna start at 63, y'all, just to tie in what we need to explain why the war is heating up, and we got to get ready, y'all, because he's already told us it's going to be like Sodom and Gomorrah, and it's going to be like the days of Noah was right before the end came, y'all. So wickedness is going to abound. This is what we want you to understand. You got to put on all the armor now. If you think coming in is still the same when you first learned about this world, the war is heating up. Yes. And it's going to come a time where you're going to have to reach back into your spirituality and talk to your soul and say, please deliver me, my Redeemer. But you got to know who your Redeemer is.
That's right.
Because Satan say, I'll redeem you, hold your hand out of your forehead. Let's get some more.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 63.
Uh-huh.
And it shall come to pass that as the Most High rejoices over you to do you good and to multiply you, so the Most High will rejoice over you to destroy you.
He gonna rejoice?
Yes, sir. And to bring you to naught. And ye shall be plucked from off the land whither thou goest to possess it. And the Most High shall scatter thee among all.
How many people?
All people.
So it's not talking about one particular group. So Deuteronomy 28 fits more than America.
Yes.
See, you get these one-sided group lock you into one captivity.
That's right.
Let's get some more.
And the Most High shall scatter thee among all people, from one end of the earth even unto the other.
What end of the earth was we in Egypt? That was just east of Jerusalem, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That wasn't four corners. See, this prophecy went out for the multiple bondages before we ever left. This is Moses giving these commandments.
That's right.
Yo, the 12 tribes are together.
Yeah. It's in the wilderness.
This in the wilderness. This after Egypt. Let's get some more.
And there thou shalt serve other gods.
What we gonna do?
Serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone.
Even wood and stone, y'all. So stone or statues. Wood is any type of wood, idols, crosses, rosary beads, anything made, totem poles made out of wood. That's that you try to fashion to look like God, since you can't see Him. See, this lets you know what consciousness you're on. He told you to worship Him in spirit. You're not going to be able to see Him.
Right.
But you're going to be able to feel Him.
That's right.
If you want to see Him, tell me what your soul look like. You ever seen a picture of it?
Right. Black.
No, you ain't never seen. Yeah, look, yeah, if it's on the dark side, because what happens is the soul will be washed clean. So you don't want to peek at it right now. But you get a good example of what your soul like because you run the thoughts through your mind. Should I do this wicked act before I push sin on this computer? well, I don't care about the fallout. She had made me mad. Sin.
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Hey man, license. Do you know where an unseen button is at?
No, it
How
ain't
long
one.
ago you sent it? 2 days ago? Oh boy,
Yeah, that's gone and been shared.
She'll go, look here. Let's get some more of
dog.
this. Yeah.
Verse 65.
Yeah.
And among these nations shall thou find no ease.
Among these who?
Nations.
See, this ain't one location, y'all. Nations. How many? Is there multiple Americas? See, y'all, so we have to understand Babylon is a system that's connected like a pipeline. And they are throughout various nations. You can't run from it. You think you're going to run to Israel and American Israel? They got an embassy over there named after Trump.
One place you can run in the world is Africa. They be running Africa. They call that Africa before America.
Oh, look here. It's people, look, it's Hebrews in Africa ran from Jerusalem.
Right.
So all you're doing is running to their captivity spot. It's Hebrews all over the world in the four corners. All you're doing is escaping to their captivity location. But they have to be gathered and brought home. You still got to be gathered. I don't care what part of the hemisphere you go to. And notice I said hemisphere, atmosphere, all of it's round. Go ahead.
When the 10 tribes went from Assyria to Babylon.
Huh?
When the 10 tribes went from Assyrian captivity to the Babylonian captivity.
Well, it said they went to Osiris. See, Osiris is a uninhabited place. See, it didn't say in the Americas. It said Osiris. That could be everywhere. That could be on the four corners that ain't been discovered yet. Y'all understand what I'm saying? They saying we will do the laws there. Then we need to see some Israelites in America doing the laws that they brought from home. I ain't seen the Indians with them laws yet. Have you, license?
No. And
No.
they worship
And they ain't
creation.
Yeah.
They worship every creation.
They should
not a
wood and
creation.
stone, don't they?
Yes, they do.
They worship the wind,
And what tribe they say they come from?
water.
Who's their forefathers? I mean, I ain't read in here and Jacob begot Billy Running Back.
No.
And Billy Running Back begot Flying Hawk.
Yeah, and they believe that their God is the elements. Right. They worship the elements. Mother Nature is their God. The white woman with the butter sandwich in the woods, Forest Park.
Well, it's just the so that's all it's saying. It's just Western civilization, so to speak. That's why all the tribes but they won't put none of right. Yes, sir. Let's get some more, y'all. But see, they want to get rid. Who got something out there? Too bad.
A question in the chat. One of our chat family members asked, is celebrating birthdays a sin? Or
Well-
celebrating a birthday sin?
Well, like I say, if celebrating a birthday is a sin, it would be in the scripture. We wouldn't have to go in. Everything the Most High tell us to do is well instructed. Birthdays are mentioned 3 times in the Bible, and not one of them have anything to do with the celebration. Now, did wicked things go on certain birthdays? Yes. But every day is somebody's birthday, ain't it?
Yeah, and every day something wicked.
Somebody
going on.
doing something wicked. They was shooting at a funeral on somebody's birthday. See, so this is what we have to understand. The 3 places, Pharaoh, he got let out of jail Joseph got let out of jail on Pharaoh's birthday because he interpreted a dream for him. So is that birthday good or bad?
That was a good birthday.
Look, Herod cut John the Baptist's head off at his birthday celebration, not because it was a birthday celebration, because John the Baptist told him, how you sleeping with your brother's wife and you lusting after your niece? You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
And
And
his
it
brother
was
was
the
still alive.
niece, right, that said, cut his head off. Tell him to cut his head off so he can't expose us. Go ahead.
I had stopped celebrating birthdays because it was symbolic, especially with
To what?
people, family. What did you get me for my birthday?
Well, I'm just asking you, is it a sin?
Well,
See, I'm talking about when
if
you
it-
quit
if-
something, it has to be because it's the word of God.
I was just saying I
Yeah.
don't celebrate it because it puffs people up with pride. Like
Some
somebody-
people.
somebody-
Some people.
Well, I'm saying
Right.
a lot of people that I've been around.
Right.
A lot of people.
Right.
What did you get me for when you ought to thank God that He gave you the day of birth?
Absolutely, but this the whole deal is 1 Corinthians 10. If one bid you to the feast, that is an unbeliever and you be disposed to go. The deal is, why are you at the birthday party? So what did you go for if you know they gonna say, I know you ain't coming here and ain't got nothing in your hands. Well, look, I brought the bottle opener for that cold Corona you got. I got the bottle opener. Why ain't I invited in? I got the bottle opener. Nobody gonna have to pop these caps with their teeth or use a cigarette lighter and pop it off the side. AZ can pop it off of his beard like this and go ahead.
There you go.
It's a sin when you begin to use it as self-worship.
Right.
You start.
And you make other people worship you. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, but it's not a sin.
Elements of satanic rituals.
Like when you bring in cakes and candles and you make a wish,
make a
now
wish
you're
and blow out the
bringing a
candle.
dark side into the day of my birth. I want to make a wish, and then you can't tell anybody the wish you made. And what if I'm standing there with the cheap gift and your wish is, I hope he died bringing that cheap ass gift in there. And then you get hit in the T-bone, they be like, that's because he brought that big lot toast up in here. He take his ass to Kohl's or Dillard's and get me one. That's why he got it. See, it's the same thing they bring up about Job and say his children got killed because they were celebrating their birthday. It never said that. In the beginning, Job went to the Most High about Job, not about his children. He said, take the protection away.
That's all.
And Messiah said, take his protection away. You can have his flesh because they are children of his flesh. They're his offspring, but he prayed just in case, in case they might have sinned. If birthdays is a sin, Job would have prayed because they were celebrating their birthday. Right. He just prayed just in case the wine got a little long. And they got to clowning a little taste. Right. He's already paving the way for him to be in good grace with the Most High. And he sacrificed bullocks for that. Not because it was a bad decision. It never said that anywhere in the Bible, which is forbidden of the Most High. You bring that drama to your birthday and you start commanding people this what they got to bring. Right. Bring me a cake and I want 100 candles. Hell, you'll die at your birthday if you 70 trying to blow out 70 candles. They're like, come on, you can do it. And then he fall face first in the cake. Go ahead, what you guys said.
Well, God gave me, when people would always texting me about their birthdays, that a birthday is another gift that God has given you to be opened and shared with others about his goodness for extending your life.
Absolutely. Let's just get a couple scriptures real quick. Because
it's a blessing, but you know, time is measured by one's birth.
Yeah, so how you gonna count? Yeah,
how do you say it's wicked thing? Hold on, but time itself is measured by our Messiah's birth.
Right.
So if birthdays were wicked, we wouldn't know time.
We wouldn't even count how old we were.
You wouldn't even know your own date or time. Right. Now, whether you celebrate it or not, that's your preference.
Right.
But to say it's wicked and sin, you have to show that and prove that.
Right.
There's nowhere in the scriptures that it says that. And if you read the testament of Job, you'll see exactly why he prayed for his children on their day, because they were rich.
Yeah.
They had much.
Yeah.
And so Job was a man of hospitality, and he enjoyed his riches. He shared his riches with all men.
Yeah.
He was very hospitable with his goods, his riches.
Yeah.
He didn't want his children to get beside themselves in their celebration, thinking they were above their fellows.
Yeah.
So he didn't want pride to set into their hearts, thinking, look what we got and y'all ain't got nothing. We're greater than y'all and y'all less than us because we got so much. So he didn't want them to have pride in their heart in their celebration, in their marriage. You know, being merry and drinking and things of that nature. He didn't want them to get beside themselves.
Absolutely. Like, so let's just hit a real good scripture so we understand this, y'all. And then we're going to get back at the lesson at hand. So go give me a Psalms 90. And because he tells us some things to do, you know, absolutely says. So these are instructions, y'all. So when we get in trouble or this question, is it sin or not, we got to go to the record. We got to go to the script to prove if it's wrong. You may feel in your heart. You know why? Because people go by fossilized customs. But it's talking about the customs of a birthday and all of the stuff added to it to make it wicked.
Extra stuff.
It's like people saying Yahweh and then they add crystals. Y'all understand? You can say that all you want, but if you add bringing that stuff to the party, then you make it illegal. Now, was Job Herdsman was they having a birthday party because they got killed? The Sabians worked them over, didn't they, and took all the camels. Was the camel celebrating their birthday?
Right.
See, you have to go everything that happened along that way to what happened. Everybody got punished, not just his children. Right. The herdsmen got killed. What they get killed for?
Right.
It wasn't that they were being disobedient. It was just that the Most High had allowed Satan to do his thing.
Do his thing, but you can't touch Job's soul. Look, yeah, his children, he'll have more children. Go ahead. Let's see the father who's directing the children. That's what Satan come for, the head. He ain't coming for the children. I got to get the head.
But also in the Testament of Job, you'll see why Satan even went to the throne to try to get at Job. Because Job destroyed an idol that all the people at that time were worshiping.
Yeah.
They were bringing bringing presents to this idol that was erected by Job's house. Job asked permission from Elohim to destroy that idol.
Yes, sir.
But he says, come with a price.
He come with a price.
It come with a price. You can destroy it, do well, but it come with a price, or you prepare for that price. He said, I'm willing to give it all. He said he put all his chips in the middle of the table.
Yes, sir.
That's why he says during his tribulation and his suffrage, he says, I know with these eyes I will see my Messiah.
In this body.
In this body. He didn't worry. He said, naked I came into this world, naked I'll go out. I don't care about all the material things I had.
Yeah.
But guess what happened? After 48 years of suffrage, not 10 years, not 20 years, 48 years.
Yes, sir. And we crying about a couple months.
Yeah, we can't do it.
48 years. He was under that condition and didn't waver. That's why they say have the patience of Job.
Yeah, why still
48
being used
years.
to this day? Well, patience run out. Look. See, and this is what we talking about, y'all, because we don't have the patience of a microwave.
Right.
Put it on a minute, and you stop it at 57 seconds. What more was those 3 seconds going to do?
Right.
You don't have patience for the microwave. What are we talking about, the patience of Job? Like,
Right.
in this spiritual war we got to be in. This is a long war, y'all, with many battles. You may be in a battle today and get loose from one, but another one's coming next weekend.
behind.
The devil don't stop.
Amen.
He keeps coming.
Yes, but God.
Because he's trying to wear you down. And it's not your flesh. He wants to wear your soul down. Because once your flesh dies, there's no more use for him. He needs to wear your soul down because it will spend eternity. This ain't going to the lake of fire. Not this flesh. Your consciousness, your spiritual soul will be there to where it can't die. And all it's going to keep repeating to you in hell is the side that said, I should have followed my first man. I should have followed. Oh, because you going to acknowledge you know you were doing wrong. Like we all do. Like children do, like a dog will do when you tell a dog, who did that? And they do this, so you know we know better. Who been in my room? Who been in my ice cream?
And when that first whack go across, you say,
I
ain't gonna do it no more. I know you ain't.
And look,
I know you ain't.
didn't admit you just said okay. Immediately start hollering okay because they know it's you. It's 2 p.m. I know you still ain't got slob on your mouth. That's ice cream. Leftover, you was eating quickly, like look, sneaking and eating.
Evidence.
Look, I'm telling you, I know personally because Katie did back in the day.
Oh
Stay
man,
your breath.
Look, I'm telling you, they were so good you couldn't stop.
good.
I'm talking about, look, eat all the ones off the bottom and think, like she ain't gonna know the can to shrink this low.
Right.
And that's what make her more angry because you think your parents are crazy. They don't know. Or you gonna put water and you know your mama's a Pepsi-holic. Like she ain't gonna know the difference. That wouldn't even be Diet Pepsi to her, would it? And that's what make them angry. Like you gonna try to trick me?
Top tight enough. Yeah, it's just flat. She open it, it don't say nothing.
Right. Let's get no, that's gone, Lysa.
No kick and it tastes like water?
Boy, let's get some more of this, y'all. Where we at? Psalms 90:1. Y'all, let's get a little understanding about counting your number of your years. And 2 Peter 3:8, 3:5. Y'all, but run this psalm, start at 1 and then just read on down to 10. And it's going to give us some instructions about our years. You got to be able to count.
Right.
So you know how old you is. How else you going to know when the Most High say, I give you long life and years?
Exactly.
21 may be long life to somebody that don't know the truth. Yeah, like nowadays that is long life to them. Man, he made it to graduation.
Right.
He's special.
They get killed at
The Lord must love him. Let's get this, y'all. Psalm 90:1. Then we're going to pick right back up, y'all, because we got to move on this lesson. Go ahead.
Psalm 90, verse 1. Master, thou hast been our dwelling place in all generations.
How many generations?
All generations.
Uh-huh.
Before the mountains were brought forth,
Uh-huh.
or ever thou hast formed the earth and the world, even from everlasting to everlasting, thou art Elohim.
Y'all see how he's going back to the beginning. See, so we're going back to the beginning of time and how time is counted. See, so we get our subject matter so we stay on point, don't get caught up in this fossilized custom birthdays or wicked. Yeah, they wicked if you add wickedness to them.
Right.
Let's get some more. The marriage bed is undefiled. That don't mean you could bring bestiality in there and do it like.
No.
You can't bring 3 midgets in there with you. Because the marriage bed is undefiled. You think that's what it means? Look, but I'm telling you, it's Israelites doing it because they tell women, y'all can be at each other as long as I'm in the room. Do y'all understand what he's saying? They'll use that Hebrew like that. It ain't wicked because I'm in the room. You in the room watching wickedness.
With the
No, you the pervert. You the one in there.
3 midgets, man.
Boy, 3 of them at least. 2 make a hole and then they get a half one too. You boy, look here. Let's read this. Go ahead.
Oh no.
Baby, all
It's not
Boy,
good
look
for
here.
an artist to
Boy, look here.
That's bad business.
Verse 2 again.
Verse 2. Before the mountains were brought forth, or ever thou hadst formed the earth and the world,
Uh-huh.
even from everlasting to everlasting, thou art Elohim.
That's right.
Thou turnest man to destruction, and sayest, return, ye children of men, for 1,000 years in thy sight are but as yesterday when it is past,
Uh-huh.
and as a watch in the night.
See, so his omnipotence is way past what we'll never reach in this flesh. Because no man has ever lived 1,000 years. 1,000 years puts you into the next dimension of what we call the celestial realm, so to speak, free to roam that. Ain't nobody done that. The oldest man was how old?
969.
Methuselah. Ain't been 1,000 though, so let us get our mind back from the beginning. This will put us back on point that the first 3 days, or all 7 days of creation, the sun and the moon wasn't created to the 4th day.
Yes, sir.
What are those other 3 days of light and years and time?
Yeah.
So we have to understand that. That's why it takes us back to before the earth was formed. We have to take this thing back, y'all, not pick up a book called Fossilized Custom and it don't go back to the beginning. It goes back to Sumerian and some of them doctrines and talk about what they was doing. We ain't interested in that. Take us back to the beginning.
That's right.
Let's get some more.
Verse 5.
Yeah.
Thou carriest them away as with a flood.
Uh-huh.
They are as a sheep, as
Sleep.
asleep. In the morning they are like grass which groweth up.
Uh-huh.
In the morning it flourisheth and groweth up. In the evening it is cut down and withereth.
Uh-huh.
For we are consumed by anger, by thine anger, and by thy wrath are we troubled. Thou hast set our iniquities before thee.
What do he do with our iniquities?
Set them before thee.
Uh-huh.
Our secret sins in the light of thy countenance.
In the light of thy conscience, you can look like you're doing up to no good. This is why he say try the spirit. It's going to be in a countenance. You can't read anybody's mind, but the eyes, the countenance, the face shows what they're up to. You can see that snidely whiplash mentality. You like this slick Negro right here.
Right. That smirk come across their face.
Yeah. Going side by side or eyes too close together. You know, yes. You know what I'm saying? License. So your countenance showing just like somebody, you ask somebody, man, what's the matter? And they finally tell you it was their dream last night. You're not reading their mind, you're reading their countenance. That's the best we gonna get, y'all. And then you try the spirit, and then you ask them what's wrong, because it's going to come from the spirit if the countenance is troubled. Man, you just ain't gonna believe this, man. It was like it was real. I believe you. Just tell me what it was. Was it real in wickedness or righteousness? Man, I was with Tina Turner before Ike Turner. What kind of dream? But it was so real. I'm talking about, man, people have things on their mind that trouble them in their sleep, and they're looking for an answer. And if you don't able to provide it to them, they're going to Miss Rudolph. And Miss Rudolph gonna take them on a whirlwind and gonna charge $50-$60 a pop to discern your countenance, which you already know what it is. You want somebody to talk you out of your transgression, and you think that's gonna make you feel comfortable.
Yeah, because you're going to end up doing it anyway.
Boy, look here. Let's get some money.
Verse 9. For all our days are passed away in thy wrath. We spend our years as a tale that is told. The days of our years are 60 years and 10.
What the days of our years are?
60 years and 10.
So we're set at 70 years right now. A score is 20. 3 times 20 is 60. Plus 10 is 70. And y'all, what we're talking about is understanding this word. If you want to take it in the flesh, you could be 70 years and don't know nothing. Be an ignoramus. It's talking about you're set for life at minimum at 60 after you find out this truth.
Right.
Abraham lived to be 175. He was 99 when the Most High visited him. Also, Job lived a good long life too, didn't he?
Yes, sir.
His years were doubled. See, and this is what we're talking about, because they're doubled after you understand what your length of time is. 70. He gave men 120 years before Noah did to get on the ark right. That was to get their soul right. Not their flesh and count that way, but get your soul right. I'm going to give you 120 years to get your soul in order, to learn righteousness. Who can't learn righteousness in 120 years?
Somebody. Obviously a whole bunch of men.
Yeah, it was a whole bunch, wasn't it? Let's get some more. Where we at? Too bad you looking forehead wrinkled up a little tape.
Yeah, we watching somebody.
Okay, go ahead.
We watching somebody.
Verse 10 again. The days of our years are 60 years and 10. And if by reason of strength they be 80 years.
What they be?
80 years.
So that's 80 years old. If you get to 80, you on house money, so to speak.
Yeah.
Good time. Go ahead.
Yet is their excuse me. Yet is their strength labor and sorrow. For it is soon cut off, and we fly away.
So you can't even brag that I'm 80 or 90. So y'all, this ain't what it's talking about, just how old you get on, because he say you still gonna die. See, this is why we can't get caught up in those flesh diets that say, yeah, you can hope to extend the life of this flesh, but you're not going to live past the required and marked time. Ain't nobody that's teaching the same way you teaching about herbs and doctrine. They cannot make the flesh uncorrupt. There's no apple you can eat that turns this from corruption back to supernatural, because that wasn't what caused the sin. Disobedience caused the flesh to corrupt, not fruits and vegetables. Let's get that understood. That's how they switched the game on you. What was they eating in the beginning? Lies. Lies. Now, if it's a tree of lie, show it to me and I won't go near it. Well, there is a tree of lie. He's called Satan and the devil and his host. That's what they ate in the garden. How you going to sell me fruits and vegetables and send me to the Whole Food store like it's going to make me whole again? Yet I never see hyssop in their doctrine. Where we see countless times hyssop makes you whole and makes you white and clean again on the inside. Why won't they use hyssop? Because the devil say, don't you touch it.
Because the devil don't like this.
Yeah, he don't like it. Let's get some more.
Verse 11. Who knoweth the power of thine anger? Even according to thy fear, so is thy wrath. So teach us to number our days.
So do what?
Teach us to number our days. That we may apply our hearts unto wisdom.
See, we have to know how to count so we can apply our heart to wisdom. How long have I been in this walk? 38, 39 years for me. But they ain't clean years. But it's how long my soul been knowing the truth. And the count starts. Now you got to get in your soul from the time you are now. If you don't make the first resurrection, you got to have more good time than you have bad time. And the second resurrection when you judge. The scale must tip to more than bad on this one. Y'all understand what I'm saying? When you count the years and you understand what the count is. Y'all, we don't have time to be messing around. Shalom, my Gwen. We ain't got time to be messing around, y'all. We got to count the years. Time is stacking up on us. We can hold that. Here's 2 Peter 3 and 5. We're going to get a second witness, y'all. We always have to get a second witness. 2 Peter, 3, start about verse 5. And then we'll get right back to our subject because we got to read just a little bit to get back on point of this war that's heating up, y'all, because we already got a blueprint that's coming for us. Y'all, either you're going to be one part of the side of this war or you're going to be on the other side. Either you're going to be collateral damage and taken away, or you're going to be found under the wings and the feathers of the Most High, like bro read in that psalm this morning. What was that psalm again? 90. That 91st psalm. Actually, what we in? We was in Psalm right then, 90, wasn't it?
Yep.
So the next chapter over, y'all. So that's what we're talking about, being in that protection, y'all. And you need that. Your soul needs to be under the wing. Your flesh is going to die. Go ahead. Where we at? 2 Peter 3, start about verse 5. You want to back it up? 1. Okay.
2 Peter chapter 3 verse 1.
Right.
This second epistle, beloved, I now write unto you, in both which I stir up your pure mind.
What he's trying to stir up?
Your pure mind. By way of remembrance.
Look, he ain't caring about your flesh. He talking about your pure mind, your consciousness. That spiritual thought process, that's what I want to stir up and get the juices flowing. I need you to think about this when you're driving to do something you don't, and you hit that blink and make a U-turn and go back the other way.
Meditate.
Not your flesh thought. You can't be like Sonny Corleone and tell somebody, I'm coming over there and I'm driving a red Lexus. I'm coming to get your ass. And they just tell their boys, be on the street corner right there. He going to be in a red Lexus. Light it up. See, your flesh should do that. But your spirit will move like Joshua moving through Jericho and hollering at Rahab and say, we need a little help getting in here to take this. What you got to offer? I got the words of the Most High. Oh, well, you got some good words there. Come on, hide under there. Let's get some more.
Verse 2.
Yeah.
That ye may be mindful of the words which were spoken before by the holy prophet, and of the commandment of us, the apostles of the Most High, thy Savior.
See, it's down to always the same thing, y'all, just the commandments. We just looking at the commandments from a spiritual aspect. We're making sure that we're circumspect, know wherever we go, that this is in me. I don't have to have my fringes on, outer cup, to be able to do this. I have to think wise in the shower. I can't get in the shower with my fringes on, can I? You don't think that water running on you, that's a meditation time, ain't it?
Yes.
What you gonna do? Run back out naked and wait a minute, I was thinking things I supposed to. And you just start washing up around the fringes again, and you know, so you won't think wrong while you in there.
Yeah, you crazy than Batman.
Boy, look here. Go ahead.
3. knowing this first, that there shall come in the last days scoffers, walking after their own lust.
What they walking after?
Their own lust.
See, y'all, they're walking after their own lust when they manipulate the Bible to work for them. You can say the Father's name. If you throwing dice of another God, you tripping. You working after your own lust. You're using this Bible for your benefit. You're a hireling. The hireling don't care about the people. They're opportunists.
That's right.
I'll come and teach y'all as long as y'all got me on the payroll and got me to the point that where y'all bow to me. I need access to your checking account.
When the wolf comes,
And I'll go to your job and tell him I'm here to pick up the check for Willie Johnson.
Try.
He's giving me what you say you could try. Go ahead, bro.
It just reminded me, it was early this week, it was a pastor that was on the radio, and he was basically trying to say that, you know, and can't nobody say what God can do or what God hadn't done, because Adam, not only did he create Adam and Eve, but he created Steve too.
See, he created Steve too. Yeah. What
So,
does that got to do?
he also created
See,
the
what does
lake
that
for
got
you.
to do? Right. So there'll be plenty of Steves in the lake of fire if that's what you asking. See, cause you rename it, that don't mean nothing.
Well, he basically was trying to
I know what he was doing. Yeah, trying to
side
bring
with
that in.
LGBT.
Steve and Eve, you know. So that's what he's doing.
wanted the game
Oh, well, look,
That's it.
this
He
what
wanted the game money,
look.
too.
All you gotta ask me. Look, will there be Steves in the lake of fire? See, that moves the conversation to a whole new level.
well, he gonna say, don't ask.
You do
Don't
the
ask.
question, yeah.
Just give me the money.
Just get the money. Get the plates round over there. Let's get some more, y'all. We got to get caught up.
Verse 4.
Yeah.
And saying, where is the promise of his coming? For since the fathers fell asleep, all things continue as they were from the beginning of the creation.
See, and this is what you'll hear Farrakhan say, steal out of the Bible when he need it, and then let it come out of his mouth. Y'all still waiting on some man to come out of the clouds? See, that's that last day scoff for lust, and now he's into Dianetics, teaching Ron L. Hubbard. Scientology. But you gonna blast us cause we still waiting on some man to come out of the cloud. You damn right. That's what the instructions say.
That's right.
Substance of.
It didn't say he coming on 145th in Harlem, did it?
No.
It didn't say he was born in Sanderville, Georgia, did it?
Not the soul I read.
No, let's read some more.
Verse 5.
Yeah.
For this they willingly or ignorant.
What are they, Elisha?
Willingly.
When you're
or ignorant.
willingly ignorant means to be without knowledge of a subject. Ignorant is not a bad term. It means to be without knowledge of a subject. We're ignorant to brain surgery. Who in here can cut open somebody's head and work on their brain? Who wanna be let them practice on?
I won't be willing to participate.
So
All I need is a willing participant.
So we're ignorant of how to be a brain surgeon. But this says they're ignorant because they choose to be ignorant.
Right.
You don't want to know about the truth of the gospel. You rather hear lies and stuff that satisfy the flesh. That satisfies you.
Tell us smooth things.
Tell us smooth things.
right.
Tell us the flesh can live forever. Methuselah just tripped. If he hadn't drank that creek water and have drank my special blend that's on sale now, he may have lived to 1,000
It's on
years.
sale now.
Let me know when you live with that.
Right, absolutely.
Then I'll drink it.
Yes, sir. Go ahead, bruh.
For this they willingly are ignorant of, that by the word of Yahweh the heavens were of old.
How old was the heavens?
Of old. And the earth standing out of the water and in the water.
So we're getting back to Genesis 1 and 1 and 1 and 2 that Peter even goes back and say, let's go back to the beginning to find out about time. Read some more.
Whereby the world that then was, being overflowed with water, perished. But the heavens and the earth, which are now, by the same word are kept in store, reserved unto fire against the day of judgment and perdition of ungodly men.
So let's get to understanding Genesis 1 and 1 and 1 and 2. It said, we're not under that sun and moon because it was destroyed. We're under the same sun and moon that the flood was under. After Adam, we're still under that sun and that moon. That the flood never changed, and we didn't have to have it. And I saw a new heaven and I saw a new earth. No. The sun and the moon were still there. We were just wiped out as a people. The whole world was, except 8, just like Sodom and Gomorrah. But we're still under this sun that we're under now. Adam and Eve was under this same sun when they sinned, and then they came up under this sun. He's saying, so that sun, this sun, everything's going to be destroyed by fire on this next one. Water didn't destroy Noah's world, only the people, because when the water drained, the world was still there. Genesis 1:1 is the same as Jeremiah 4:23. It's bohu and tohu. It means complete destruction and nothing's left. That's what he's comparing it to. Both writers are saying the same thing. We're not dealing with that. That world was wiped away. We're under this son of Adam and Eve. And it's going to be wiped away, but not by water. Because Noah's flood didn't create new creations, did it?
No.
Because he had all the creations on the ark.
Right.
But it's going to be destroyed by fire this time
purified.
around. And purified. Let's get some more.
Verse 8.
Yeah.
But beloved, be not ignorant of this one thing.
Be not what?
Ignorant.
So let's not be without knowledge of a subject on this one thing. Go ahead.
That one day is with the Most High as 1,000 years. And 1,000 years as one day.
See, if we don't go back to the beginning, you won't understand that, because the sun and the moon weren't created to the 4th day. You ain't got no 24-hour clock before that then if you're trying to run that 24-hour clock game. They wasn't created to the 4th day. What you going to do about them other 3 days? Let's read some more. Is that it?
You want, did you want to go?
What verse you go to?
I'm at 9.
Okay, yeah, read that verse 9, because it's very important.
The Most High is not slack concerning his promise, as some men count slackness, but is long suffering to usward, not willing that any should perish.
Not willing that what?
Any should perish, but that all should come to repentance.
That all should come to repentance. And repentance means to turn away from evil. It ain't just saying I'm sorry. You have to turn away after you say I'm sorry. You can't say I'm sorry about that again. Or you fooling yourself. You just sorry you got caught.
That's right.
David never had a repeat performance of none of his major felony sins. Never again found to do what he did with Bathsheba or number Israel again. His majors, his felonies, that grace was found on him that didn't prevent David from being put to death.
Immediately.
Hit that 10.
Hit that 10, go ahead.
But the day of the Most High will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise.
Yes, sir, that's right.
And the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also with the work and the works that are therein shall be burned up.
Go and hit that 11.
Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness?
See, what it's saying is you won't have a chance to trust nothing. When nuclear bombs hit or the bombs of the Most High hit this world, there will be no thought process, no time to think about what I need to be doing. You got to already be prepared and know what you're supposed to be doing. You can't learn this in tribulation. That's why he's saying when man's hands are on their thighs and trembling like a woman in travail like she finna give birth. See, a woman don't know if she gonna die or live through this birth.
Right.
And all men, hands like that. Your hands can't be like that in the day of trouble because we've been preparing for it the whole time. How you gonna be prepared and you're preparing yourself for war, and then they say, okay, here is your opponent, and you disappear, or shaking like a stripper. Let's get back to the lesson, y'all. I hope that answered that question concerning birthdays and teach me to number my years. And y'all, numbering is also numbering Sabbath. There's Jubilees. You got to know all the numbering system, so to speak, but not get into numerology.
Right.
Know how long a Jubilees is. Know how long before you release a bond servant. You got to know the years. You have to count. There's times you count under the lunar calendar. There's times you count under the Gregorian calendar. But you have to know how to count the years. Where we at, y'all?
Deuteronomy 28, verse 65.
Okay, that's where we still at?
Yeah.
Okay, we're doing all that talk. Go ahead.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 65.
Yeah.
You ain't the only one. Ezra over there too.
Is it?
Some more back there flipping.
Yeah.
There's a couple people trying to
Yes,
get
sir.
there. We tarry for our brother.
Yes, sir. We have to. See, we have to make sure everybody get fed at the same time, because ain't nothing worse than hearing ain't no more left.
Right.
It's 50 people in line, and the first person of that 50 looking back and say, ain't nothing left. Why are we still standing in line?
Somebody finna get
And you better move your plate out my face.
somebody finna get jumped.
Go ahead, bro.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 65.
Yeah.
And among these nations shalt thou find no ease.
What we gonna find?
No ease.
Uh-huh.
Neither shall the sole of thy foot have rest. But the Most High shall give thee there a trembling heart, and a failing of eyes, and sorrow of mind. And thy life shall hang in doubt before thee.
Right.
And thou shalt fear day and night, and thou shalt have none assurance of thy life. In the morning thou shalt say, would Yah it were evening.
And that's like when you were coming through slavery, you know, you were saying, man, I wish it was evening time and we could put the hammers down and picking the cotton down. And in the morning, you know, at night you would say, Lord, I wish it was morning, because here come the slave master ready to rape your woman.
Right.
Or your children and sell them off in the middle of the night.
Right.
But spiritually, you got to be above that where we don't see it as affliction, because we understand what it is, and we tell our people, your granddaddy messed up, that's why we're in this position, but you serve the Lord, and you won't wake up to this in the afterlife. You think this rough, wake up ready to get told to go to the left. So even though we're in this position, we are rightfully here, but you don't have to be punished for what our forefathers do.
Right.
Your teeth are just set on edge because of what they did. Just like if two parents make a baby and they've been doing drugs. That baby gonna feel the effect of them drugs, ain't it?
Yeah.
Until them drugs wear off.
Yes.
A crack baby, eventually it wears off. Your sins of the father eventually wears off. Because it weans itself, because you got a new baby, it's building blocks, it's building stem cells. That's why they want to go back at the children and try to rebuild old flesh. There's a heathen out there now, he gets so much blood from his son, and he's pumping it into his vein, think he gonna return to his youth. Your son is filthy. What you mean? He's loaded with it. You think you can put his contaminated blood in your contaminated blood and recover?
He probably smoking meth and everything.
Let's get some more. Yeah, don't know what his son
And Pop
do.
wonder why his teeth falling.
Right. Keep on saying, yeah, make us supposed to look like a baby. I'm going back. Go ahead, bro.
In verse 67 again. In the morning thou shalt say, would Yah it were even. And at even thou shalt say, would Yah it were morning. And the fear of thine heart, wherewith thou shalt fear, and for the sight of thine eyes, which thou shalt see. And the Most High shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. By the way thereof, whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy thee.
So ain't nobody coming to your rescue, but it said bondmen and bondwomen. It includes the women. See, so this is what we have to get understood. He didn't separate the punishment. It's to the seed of Jacob. This is what's going to befall you in the latter days for what your forefathers did, but you can get through that. The offspring, your foreparents are an example for you to get through this. I'm not going to be like my parents was. You don't want to hear your daddy wasn't dumb.
Right.
You ain't going to be dumb, and your children ain't going to be dumb. That's a curse, boy, you have to break. Let's get some more of this, y'all. Let's get caught up. Deuteronomy 7. Y'all, we ain't going to read that whole thing because I need to move through in this last hour. But y'all, we just wanted to get 68. That was after Egypt, so we went into multiple captivities, y'all. And we want to show you that Deuteronomy 28 just ain't dealing with America.
Right.
It's dealing with all of the captivities when they get us. But it just said, I will punish you according to your ways and according to your doing. So wherever Israel at and they getting the knee put on their neck, that means we was more treacherous at home. Like when they talk about the 10 tribes and then they say, but treacherous Judah saw what the 10 tribes was doing and they did worse.
Up to any.
This, you see somebody get put out the house for stealing money and peeping in the room while your mama taking a shower.
You set up a camp.
And then you go worse than that. You hiding under the covers when she get out the shower. So you go to, I hate to have to be that extreme, but you have to understand when it says treacherous Judah, this is who the scepter was given to until Messiah come back. We got the charge of the other 11 tribes, and you're doing worse than they are. How you going to teach them anything? You understand what I'm saying?
Look at
what
Judah
you going to say to them? Look at Judah now.
Lawless lawgivers.
Boy, look here, lawless lawgivers.
Treacherous of all treachery.
Let's get some more of this. Deuteronomy 7.
Deuteronomy
Go ahead.
Deuteronomy 7 and what?
Start at 1. I'll tell you what, unless you want to jump down to 6, and we'll pick it up from there. Yeah, go on, start at 6.
All right.
Yeah. For 6 to 12, y'all read the rest. I want to move through. I just want to touch on something of who he said we were.
Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Most High Yah.
What are we?
An holy people.
That means set apart.
Set apart.
And when you look up holy in the dictionary, it has 2 definitions. Every word always have 2 definitions. It's going to be flesh and it's going to be celestial. And that's what the common people do in these Webster dictionary or any dictionary. They're always going to show you a flesh and a spiritual side of a word. Holy means worthy of worship and reverence. Can any one of us in here be that holy? No. Worthy of reverence and honor?
No.
The second holy that it describes, completely devoted to one's deity.
Yeah.
See, that's why the Messiah say, be ye holy like me, for I'm completely devoted to the Father.
That's right.
You have to be like me. How I love my Father, this is what I'm telling you, it's the only way He's going to allow you to come into the kingdom. You have to follow this program. You have to be completely devoted to one's deity. Not half devoted, but completely devoted. Go ahead, what else to say?
For thou art an holy people unto the Most High Yah. The Most High, thy Elohim, have chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
And see, the problem is, if the world teaches us prophecy, then we'll figure this out. Don't y'all understand? The whole thing is not to add prophecy to nothing. All of our teachings will be void of prophecy and judgment. And every doctrine is that. Even the doctrine of the Sadducees or these Hebrews running around here saying that Joseph is the father doctrine is the same thing. Outer cup doctrine is full of extortion and bribery. And you do things to who you call your brothers and sisters that you know is wicked. You knew it when you drummed it up in your mind how it had to play out. But when all snakes on the team, who you gonna trust?
Man.
That's the problem.
Man.
Let's get some more.
The Most High did not set his love upon you, nor choose you, because ye were more in number than any people. For ye were the fewest of all people.
And we call the minority?
Yes.
Go ahead.
But because the Most High loved you, and because he would keep the oath which he had sworn unto your fathers, hath the Most High brought you out with a mighty hand, and redeemed you out of the house of bondmen, from the hand of Pharaoh, king of Egypt.
See, and y'all read the rest of that. All we want to do is establish is that we're a special people. And that what that means is all the nations are his people. But he said, I got the one chosen. It's like in your family. Everybody knows there's a favorite child. They talk about it. You know, they like, mama them do this for you. They didn't do that for me. They love you more. No, they don't love any of the children differently. But one child, they had to say, if I leave here, this the child that I'm trusting that's going to keep it going. The patriarch, the matriarch, it falls on this individual life. The scepter fell on Judah because Reuben tripped, then Simeon and Levi tripped. So here's Judah now. It doesn't have anything to do that they love any child less. It's just that you can see the gift of the Most High on one of your children. You like, this the one the Most High done blessed me with. And you have to be aware of that. Because the devil gonna know it. And he gonna try to get that child to do something with that gift. He knows it. You better identify which one of these children is and let the other children know ain't nothing extra about this one other than the Lord is saying he may be the light in this family. It's like when David, 7 strong brothers come up, he like, Nathan say, ain't neither one of these him. You ain't got no more children? Yeah, we got one more. See, and this is the diligence of a prophet. He said, he told me to do it this way. He wasn't going to leave. He didn't care how strong they was looking and arch back and standing there like they could whoop a bear. He wasn't caring about none of that. He said, this ain't the one. Nope. I'm supposed to see something off of this individual. Well, it's only one left. He going to see. Who you talking about, that teenager?
He said, go get him.
Go get him. We can't do this. Go get him. See, that's when you follow instructions to the letter. You're not convinced of the outer cup. If you seen somebody looking ripped as Shaq, big as Shaq, but I'm talking about ripped in shape, you would say, this must be him because he probably can whoop a nation by himself. No, it ain't that. No, it ain't that. A teenager gonna whoop their best man.
Because it's the spirit of Elohim.
Because that's what it is inside of you. And this is what we're talking about when you hear that doctrine where they're trying to say the father controls the lineage and seed. If that was the case, then the women would not be super athletes either. Who win the 4x4 100 in the women's? What women is singing at the top of the chain that they say this is a voice of an angel? Ain't them still women?
Yep.
They Israel, ain't they?
Yep.
Do they run 100 in 10 seconds? Men run it in 9 seconds because they should be. They're the stronger vessel.
Right.
But they're doing supernatural feats as women that they can't understand either.
Just like
FloJo looked like she was running like Barney Rubble, didn't she, when she took off? It's like she was running in air and then took off.
But man,
y'all ever seen FloJo?
You'll never see a white woman be able to do the things that black women can do.
Right.
Even by themselves with
Yes,
no
sir.
husband.
The only way they do is lock them out of it like tennis. Like they tried to lock Venus and Serena out as long as they could. Tried to lock Tiger out as long as they could. They say because they bringing that supernatural with their ass. It's unfair.
It was a black woman postal that ran the postal service in the Wild Wild West that never lost any mail to any of the robbers and renegades.
Them Buffalo soldiers.
That was Proud Mary. Her name was Mary.
Look,
Mary,
even at NASA, them
Mary
sisters
something.
counting, making sure they can come back in straight. They're getting them figures together. They know who doing that. They be like, boy, the gift of God is just, why would he do it? Why would he give it to them? I'm talking about you calculating your biggest event on earth to bring men back from outer space, and you got colored and white in the bathroom. This is the disdain for us, y'all.
Right.
Need us, but hate that they have to need us.
Yeah.
Do y'all understand how that burns the ass hairs? I don't want to use that. I should say, look, I was talking about a donkey.
Roll with it. Roll with it. You put it out there now.
I was talking about a donkey, said. Yes, sir.
There's plenty of hair there.
But y'all know what I'm talking about. It infuriates them. They want to acknowledge it because they won't acknowledge it because it's of God, but it's because of who it's coming through that makes them like they just,
But they ain't made that, so how can they even have a say so in it? You ain't made nobody to even think that you some more than these people.
Well, that's what their thing is. That's what Hitler tried to do. He tried to build a superhuman for the 36 Olympics,
Yeah.
and Jesse Owens was running in there. And I'm talking about you working on a man in a laboratory, and
Right.
you told this man is gonna basically run into the next dimension.
Right.
When Jesse Owens took off, all of them was running like they had on concrete boots.
That's why he got up and stormed out the stadium.
Stormed out the stadium, run off in 4 races, and I'm talking about this was back then when racism at its height. But the Most High showed them again. This my people. You can build all the superhumans you want. You can mix that up in a laboratory all you want. But my gift is supreme, and it's gonna show you in what you call their worst state. And Jesse last name, his name never was Jesse. It's just this country accent of ours. His name was 2 letters, JC. But we was country. It said Jesse, Jason, Jason, and it became Jesse. But his name was JC.
Yeah. You look it up. And the guy that actually designed his shoes, his running shoes, was a German.
Right.
That befriended him secretly.
Right.
But after he won all that in the Olympics, he couldn't race anymore.
And look,
He had to race horses and dogs
well, a carnival show, y'all.
at the carnival show.
You know why?
At
Because
sideshow.
it's what they're saying, it's what they're doing is outside the realm of natural. So we're going to put it on as a carnival, not as
A spectacle.
the people of God. We're going to put it on like it ain't really nothing, y'all. They just freaks of nature.
Step up, step up.
But yeah, he was banned from all professional tournaments after that.
Lisa did a mural down there by the candy store. What is it up 14th and what?
Crown Candy.
Y'all can see the mural that he did at J.C. Owens.
Crown.
Yeah.
Right across the street. 14th and St. Louis Avenue.
Huh?
Joe Johnson.
Oh
Jack
yeah.
Johnson.
Yeah, Jack Johnson and Joe Lewis and boy, look, and when you're fighting under that type of pressure, this is what I'm talking about. All the audience is white, and you got the Negro section, but you better not even cheer loud enough when he land a blow.
Right.
But you have to win, and the Most High will allow you to win just so they play by the rules, okay? You're without excuse in knowing who they are. You just seen a man run 100 meters in 9.9 seconds. You know that's not natural. You know there would be hamstring blown with every other nation. You know it's not natural. And then you see a sister do it too. You like, that's them people, that's the seed. That's the natural branch. Now you can get you some wild olive if you want some of that license. But you can't boast against the natural branch.
No.
I don't care what you say about us, ain't gonna stop how we sing, how we work on brains, how everything functions when it's supposed to when you're keeping the commandments. That's the whole deal. If they get us off the commandments, they destroy the gift that's within us. And what I mean by that, it will destroy you versus you bringing some people in.
Right.
But the Spirit ain't gonna let you do wickedness.
No.
It can't dwell with wickedness. It will leave you. Let's get some more. Where we at? Let's get Lamentations 5. Y'all, we're going to skip through, but we're going to have y'all read it all because we're going to try to tie this all into these 45 minutes. And y'all like they'll say Paul right now, what you see is about some letters, this epistle, ain't no epistle. What do you think Proverbs and Psalms are? Those are epistles. That's the writing of David. It's Solomon's wisdom wrote down. What's the difference in Paul's epistle?
You can't trust Paul.
They don't like Paul because
Because Paul was like the Messiah.
He breaks down Messiah.
Yes, sir. And
So,
his priesthood all.
Yeah, that's what they hate about Paul because he clarifies everything about Messiah.
Yes, sir.
And the coming of this order to do away with the Pharisees and the Sadducees. So, well, it does away with, you being a Messiah type.
That's right.
That's all.
It clears that. Can't be no high priest, triple
Right.
high priest.
Nah. So they mad because it exposes all the bull.
That they're Pharisees.
I don't believe it.
See, and like I say, well, what they got to do with me?
Right.
See, that's your right. When people say that, I be like, Sid, you need to go see a doctor about that. You got a grave disease, boy. That's stage 5 cancer, and you don't know it.
Yeah, look here.
Shit, you finna get out of here.
On the way to repentance.
John 3:13 through 18, he that don't believe the Messiah come in the flesh is condemned already. There ain't gonna even be a trial.
Well, I stopped reading Zechariah.
I only read past the 79th Psalm. Who trouble is that but yours?
You need to start back.
Yeah, right. Go ahead, y'all. Let's pick this on up.
Lamentations.
5, yeah. Start at 1. Lamentations should be right after Jeremiah, ain't it?
Gabriel, you reading? Is he asleep?
Who was that?
The orator.
Hold on a second, let me get there. That's Jeremiah.
Yep, you were close then.
Yeah, it's in between Jeremiah and Ezekiel.
Yeah, I just had him.
You there?
All right, we're, all right, family, we're gonna be reading in the book of Lamentation, chapter 5. We'll start the reading in verse 1.
And y'all, the war we in spiritually is to overcome being a bondman because of iniquities. When you really realize that and you start whittling them down, then you'll start to see the protection of the Most High.
Yes, sir.
Like we saw yesterday.
Yeah, man.
You start to see the protection of the Most High. You will see that these things are happening around you. When you watch the news, you'll be like, shit, all that's going on.
Yeah, at one time.
You know, it actually blocks from you, but you have to still watch to be on guard. But you say, I'm not having that around me, and that's what Satan wants. Move that head.
Yeah.
Get him concentrating, looking down, texting while he's driving, and don't see that red light.
Right.
We got to pay attention, y'all. We must pay attention to what's going on around. That don't mean you got to keep doing like you looking for something. Not like that, just being aware.
And be aware of who's around you.
That's right. That's the main thing, like.
Be aware of who's around you and the spirits that they are carrying. I'm telling you, you may be on the right path, you may be right, but the cat next to you, if death is looking for him, you in close proximity,
Boy, look
you
here.
don't want him rubbing across you
Right.
to get at him.
Cause death show or like a 2-for-1 on it.
Oh,
Like
he loves a bonus deal.
Oh, that's it.
Oh, I got a coupon.
yes, sir.
Add 2 for 1.
Look, he's partaking another man's sin.
We
You
have to
can't be
very
partaker in it. If it's troubling him, how you gonna help him out of what's troubling him? That's 2 troubles, ain't it?
And not only that, he don't even want salvation.
Yes, sir.
You trying to bring them salvation, you trying to bring them truth. They don't want that.
No.
But they like hanging around you. No, you can't hang around me, dog.
Yeah.
I don't know what you into. And it's coming for you and it's going to get me because I'm in close proximity. Most High say don't even wish them Godspeed.
Don't
if
even
they
do
deny
what,
him.
Elisha?
That's right.
Don't even wish them Godspeed. So if he tells you don't even tell them bye, don't even be with them.
Yeah.
Don't be standing with them.
Because I ain't standing for him.
He said because if you do, you are partakers of their evil deeds.
And you gonna be sooner or
Separate
later.
yourself. He
Yes,
said,
sir.
be thou holy. Separate yourselves from that. It's okay to love them at a distance.
Right.
So you don't hate them. But you have to know when to separate yourselves from even your loved one.
That's right. Cause that's
The
all we
script
say
say,
to
"He
keep
that
talking
loveth-"
about, ain't
Yeah,
it?
he
Is
said
our
he
loved ones doing us wrong.
It's always the enemy of your household. They're going to get you.
He didn't love his mother, father.
Who got Christ?
Judas.
Yes,
Who was
sir.
Judas?
One of
That
his
was his homeboy he grew up with
Grew
from the
up with
same
it.
project.
Yeah.
Sir.
They hung out playing kickball together.
Yes,
His
sir.
own familiar friend.
Own familiar friend. Even though he knew the other boys too. But Judas came from the same hood.
Yeah.
They came up together.
Right. And was always known for putting some Eddie Haskell in.
Always. He said
Negro
Judas
Eddie
always
Haskell.
had a devil.
Y'all know Eddie Haskell from Leave It
Yeah.
to Beaver always, and
Up
then
to
go
no
into
good.
a G Mrs. Cleaver mode on.
Yeah. up to no good, smiling in your face.
Yeah, that's it.
All the time want to take your place.
Yes, sir. Look,
It's
y'all.
always the one that gets the closest to you.
Y'all, this is why these songs are about the breaking of God's commandment. That's what they're singing about. They're singing about iniquity. Let's get some more, but it don't change our minds though, do it?
No.
We just singing a song for the beat and want to slow down to it or show how good your soft shoeing is. Boy, did you see how I was moving on that? Stab you in the back. Boy, you thought I was Fred Astaire, didn't you?
Hey, but you know when you start singing the song, it get to a certain lyric, you be like, oh,
Yeah,
Right.
I
yeah,
didn't know it saying that.
yeah.
Man,
You know now you gonna keep dancing.
Let's get some more,
turn it
y'all.
on a different song.
Yes, sir.
All right, family, the book of Lamentation, chapter 5 and verse 1.
Yes, sir.
Remember, O Yahweh, what has come upon us. Consider and behold our reproach.
Y'all see how we have to start out the gate? We have to start out acknowledging our iniquity. 1 John 1 and 8 says the same thing. Ezekiel 18th chapter. You must acknowledge what our fathers did and why we do this. And then he say, at least you've taken responsibility. Full responsibility. Yeah, what you got to say? Okay, yeah, I can relieve you with that. But y'all, we have to acknowledge, like your parents tell me, if you tell me, I may whoop your donkey and I may not. See, they don't tell you that you off the hook,
No.
but they saying you got a better chance if you
Right.
tell me
Tell
to
me
get
the
off
truth.
from part 2. But I still may punish you.
Yeah.
Don't come out of that room till I tell you.
You might get a little grace.
You may get a little grace. Go ahead, bro.
Verse 2.
Yeah.
Our inheritance is turned to strangers,
Uh-huh.
our houses to aliens. We are orphans and fatherless. Our mothers are as widows. We have drunken our water for money.
Uh-huh.
Our wood is sold unto us.
Uh-huh.
Our necks are under persecution. We labor and have no rest.
Ain't that what we talking about, y'all? God, I wish it were morning.
Yeah.
Lord, I wish it were evening. And look, y'all, this ain't just for that slavery. That's tomorrow.
Yes. Monday morning.
Monday morning.
Yeah.
God, I wish it was Friday evening. Why? So you could be off for at least 2 more days.
Yeah.
Go ahead, bro.
You know, it's funny that everybody say when they going to work, they going there at the plantation.
Yeah.
And then when I go to work, I work in the field.
Yeah, yes you do.
Ain't that funny?
Yes, sir.
Boy, verse 6. We have given the hand to the Egyptians.
Boy, that was some wisdom.
So many things enter my mind to say.
We know that, Zed. And to the
No, it wasn't one snap with a twist. No, it was a double wisdom snap. Yeah, that's the difference. Go ahead.
to be satisfied with working. Boy, y'all know y'all be tripping.
You started.
And y'all keeping it going. That's what family do.
Yeah.
Sit down somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh, you gonna change the subject? You gonna deflect?
I'm trying to, so we get on with the
Yes,
lesson.
sir. Go ahead.
But you gonna let me.
Yeah.
Verse 7
Yeah.
said, our fathers have sinned.
Who sinned?
Our fathers have sinned
Uh-huh.
and are not.
And the what?
And are not.
Y'all, they dead and buried.
Yep.
Go ahead.
And we have borne their iniquity.
What have we done?
Borne their iniquity.
This born don't mean like coming out of a womb. This B-O-R-N-E. This means to carry. We're carrying their sins. We're not on them. We're just carrying them. You know, that's a bird for us because of what my daddy did. Go ahead, bro.
Verse 8.
Yeah.
Servants have ruled over us.
Uh-huh.
There is none that doth deliver us out of their hand.
Uh-huh.
We got our bread with the peril of our lives because of the sword of the wilderness.
Uh-huh.
Our skin was black like an oven because of the terrible famine.
Now some will do verse teaching and run to this right there. Didn't it say they black right there? It says because of the famine.
Right.
And this black is a terrible state to be in. Black means mourning. It means brought down. It don't mean a color of an individual. It says because of the famine. When you're famine, you get hungry. And it's morning time, things get dark and desperate and you be in despair. It's got nothing to do with the nation of Israel. Go ahead.
Verse 11.
Yeah.
They ravished the women in Zion and the maids in the cities of Judah. Princes are hanged up by their hands. The faces of elders were not honored. They took the young men to grind, and the children fell under the wood. The elders have ceased from the gate, the young men from their music. The joy of our heart is ceased. Our dance is turned into mourning. The crown is fallen from our head.
What is falling from our head?
The crown is fallen from our head. Woe unto us that we have sinned.
See, this is why the crown fell from our head, because we have sinned. He's not going to allow the crown to be on iniquity. Might as well crown the devil then, shouldn't you? Let's get some more.
Verse 17.
Yeah.
For this our heart is faint. For these things our eyes are dim. Because of the mountain of Zion, which is desolate. The foxes walk upon it. Thou, O Yahweh, remainest forever. Thy throne from generation to generation. Wherefore dost thou forget us forever, and forsake us so long time? Turn thou us unto thee, O Yahweh, and we shall be turned. Renew our days as of old. But thou hast utterly rejected us. Thou art very wroth against us.
And you have to understand that more than you have to know you are Israelite, because this comes with the territory. You can claim something and find out you a part of it and then realize, uh-oh, I don't want to be a part of this. And then you try to opt out. You think I can name myself a Methodist or a Baptist and I can get from up under this. I can name myself now an Egyptian. You can't proselytize your way out of this. It's set for a people. And the other nations gonna know. It don't matter where you go and where you think you gonna get proselytized. We read the last day what they were saying about Israel back in Egypt. Them some no good Negroes. Wasn't other nations saying it?
Yep.
Pharaoh's advisors say Abraham's a slickster, so is Isaac and Jacob.
Ran it down.
Run our history, didn't they?
Ran it back to it.
What you got, LC? 43. Yes, sir. Go ahead. Where we at, y'all? Let's move it on up. Luke 21. Because, y'all, this is going to explain also after we get, this is after Babylon. This is after the second temple destroying. So, y'all, we know what's going to happen to us. Now, this pushes us into Deuteronomy 28, our portion of it. The 70-year Babylon, we're going to run a little Jeremiah to understand. So we know how it's running. Deuteronomy 28 runs to Messiah takes down the Antichrist. That ain't hard to understand, is it? And you can't finesse your way out of this. Let's get it, y'all.
Reading in the book of Luke, chapter 21, and I'll start at 22.
Yes, sir.
Starting, read Luke 21 and 22, y'all. For these be the days of vengeance.
What they be?
The days of vengeance. That all things which are written may be fulfilled. But woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days. For there shall be a great distress in the land, and wrath upon this people.
And we're getting an example of that when you see these people crossing the border with their children.
Yeah.
Yo, that's coming for us.
Yeah.
Children with them, y'all. Do y'all understand that sometimes they throw the children over the wall and the parents don't get it? They like, hope you make it.
Right.
Hope you survive. I'm talking about hurl their children over the wall.
Remember that English I taught you?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Verse 24. And they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captive into all nations. And Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles, until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled.
See, it's a time when their fulfillment comes to an end. We can't rush it. We have to be patient and long-suffering and say, how long, Lord, they going to rule with this wickedness? He said, till I say so. Now get back in your room. And don't come back out of there again, I told you. Let's get some more.
Verse 25.
Yeah.
And there shall be signs in the sun, and in the moon, and in the stars, and upon the earth distress of nations, with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring, men's hearts failing them for fear, and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth. For the powers of heaven shall be shaken.
Y'all understand this? It say the things that are coming on earth, because the powers of heaven gonna be shaken. Take him for a walk, sis. Yeah, that'll calm him down. Go ahead, where we at?
Verse 27.
Yeah.
And then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory. And when these things begin to come to pass, then look up.
Do what?
Then look up and lift up your heads, for your redemption draweth nigh.
See, we can't look up until the sun and the moon is blocked out. Then come our help. You looking up now, you may fall Deuteronomy 4:19 and worship the sun and the moon and the stars like they doing today, and secretly calling them their ancestors. That's who they calling the ancestors, y'all. Did you finish that out? 38?
That's just 28.
Okay.
Verse 29.
Yeah.
And he spake to them a parable. Behold the fig tree and all the trees, when they now shoot forth, ye see and know of your own selves that summer is now nigh at hand.
So you know natural things, how plants and flowers grow. When you see them bud, you know flowers coming out next. Go ahead.
Verse 31.
Yeah.
So likewise ye, when ye see these things come to pass, know ye that the kingdom of Yah is nigh at hand. Verily I say unto you, this generation shall not pass away till all be fulfilled. Heaven and earth shall pass away.
Right.
But my word shall not pass away.
Because we read with this, heaven and earth is going to be hit by fire. It's going to pass away, but the word got to stand firm. Or it goes void. This world has to be restored. And we're going to say that word was true. Look at planet Earth, y'all. Look at planet Earth. No old tires. No city dump sites. You know, like you could ride through 270 right there in Maryland and it smell like everybody in the dung house at the same time.
Everybody there.
Let's get some more.
Verse 34.
Yeah.
And take heed to yourselves, lest at any time your hearts be overcharged with surfeiting and drunkenness and cares of this life, and so that day come upon you unaware.
See, and surfeiting, just searching the web, just out there looking for something else other than the truth and hoping it's going to satisfy.
Looking for love in all the wrong
All the wrong places, ain't you, license? Buying bread that don't satisfy.
Salvation.
Go buy other books and think the purpose of life driven. You gonna spend money on that when Solomon told you right here, let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep his commandment. That's your purpose driven.
But also when it says the cares of this life, don't get so bogged down with things that's out of your control in this life.
Yeah.
Because over worrying and stress will kill you.
Sure will.
And you won't never get to accomplish the things that you
Look here,
you
stress
be
is
dead.
a killer.
You will die.
Stress is like pressure. Pressure busts pipes, don't it? What you got, bro? Ain't gonna help that, nothing gonna help you. Buddy with Farrakhan, who's a Scientologist, ain't gonna help you. Go ahead.
Verse 35.
Yeah.
For as a snare shall it come on all them that dwell on the face of the whole earth. Watch ye therefore, and pray always, that ye may be accounted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass, and to stand before the Son of Man.
Y'all understand that? They say all these things have to happen, then you have to stand before the Son of Man.
What does these Old Testament believe?
Boy, look here. You got to stand you got to go through all of this, and then there's the Messiah standing right there. See, he gonna test if you crept through the back door like Dathan did. Dathan, somebody put blood on his doorpost, or he did it just to get out of Egypt. But he put the blood on his doorpost, but he was in the wilderness. But he got overcome because he wanted to go back to work because it wasn't, he didn't put the blood on the doorpost. He just thought it was a new event happening. Like, you know how if you get a new spot or something, everybody show up you ain't seen in 10 years. And then they're like, oh shit, this ain't nothing but the same old worship spot. They just got Bibles and something to eat in the back. That's all it's supposed to be. The deal is we just need our own.
That's it. Right.
You understand that we have keys to. And we won't have to worry about it, but we still got to be prepared to leave it behind.
Yeah.
And we can't call it a sanctuary that you come here to this building and you guarantee salvation.
Right.
No.
Hell no, but what we thinking on the way down to the building.
Boy.
Well, some of the things that said in the building.
Boy, look here. Go ahead.
Verse 37.
Yeah.
And in the daytime he was teaching in the temple.
Uh-huh.
And at night he went out and abode in the mount that is called the Mount of Olives.
Uh-huh.
And all the people came early in the morning to him in the temple for to hear him.
So it's clear, y'all, we got about this captivity, y'all. We're going to run through these real quick and we're going to close on out. And we're going to see the three different deals. So let's run a little bit of that 70-year Babylonian captivity, Jeremiah 29. Run that 4 through 14, and then we're going to hit a little bit of Jeremiah 42. And this is just for all the people that keep saying you must flee Babylon. See, they use flee as a word etymology, but then they won't use flee the same way when they say flee fornication. What's the problem then? You understand? Because it got to be a land you could run to then.
I can't run that fast.
You know what I'm saying? You can't run that fast. They got an excuse. Talking about that club foot, I can't flee. I can't flee fornication.
Oh, they got me. They got me.
That's when they say they ain't no quitter.
Yeah, ain't no quitter. Yeah.
That's when they say I ain't no quitter.
Y'all, so look, when they say it means flee Babylon, then flee fornication. How do you do that even in Babylon? Or out of Babylon, because it's happening out of Babylon when you flee.
Worse in some places.
Know about that fleeing from Babylon and the behavior that's going on. 10 times worse than here in America. You know why? Because America still have laws. When you get yourself behind a Home Depot fence talking about a camp or a compound, then your rules become laws and the government is the enemy outside of that fence. But you'll go to the store. You'll have a bank account. You understand? Just like the rock-a-deuces, y'all. It's right before our face so we see Phariseeism.
Crazy. And a cell phone.
And a cell phone you still got, but can't nobody else have one. Y'all understand the wickedness and the commandments of men that draw you into believing you're in the kingdom of heaven?
In prison.
In prison.
I would block your name off.
Boy. Let's get some more, y'all.
No, take away his Sharpie.
Yeah, where y'all at? Jeremiah 29. Yeah, let's run that, y'all. We got to get on out of here, y'all, in a few minutes.
29 and what?
4.
Jeremiah chapter 29 verse 4. Thus says the Most High of Hosts, the God of Israel.
The God of who?
Of Israel. Unto all that are carried away captives, whom I have caused to be carried away from Jerusalem unto Babylon. Build ye houses.
Do what?
Build ye houses and dwell in them, and plant gardens, and eat the fruit of them. Take ye wives, and beget sons and daughters, and take wives for your sons, and give your daughters to husbands, that they may bear sons and daughters, that they may be increased there, and not diminished.
So, and that's what happened like when we went to Egypt, 70 souls. We come out more than 6 million, wasn't it? So, y'all, this is what we're talking about. When you're in your land, go ahead and live your life because you're going to be there. You might as well build your houses. You might as well do everything. You're going to be there. Thank you, John. Yeah, you're going to be there. So build ye houses. Take ye wives for your children. You're going to be there a couple generations. Go ahead. What else to say?
And seek the peace of the city whether I have caused you to be carried away captives, and pray unto the Most High for it. For in the peace thereof shall ye have peace.
See, that's why we have to be careful that we don't pray for wrath in your circle. You have to pray that he put wrath on them that done us wrong, and he will. And you'll see it wasn't no Hebrews there, a different thing. Now, you can pray for vengeance to happen to them, but you can't pray for heat to come on top of your own head.
Right.
Lord, just send a flood down my street and kill my next door neighbor. What, a flood coming down the street?
Right.
You next door.
You ain't got nail sandbag out there.
Boy, look here. Go ahead.
Verse 7. And seek verse 8. For thus says the Most High of hosts, the God of Israel, let not your prophets and your diviners that be in the midst of you deceive you.
Do what?
Deceive you.
Uh-huh.
Neither hearken to your dreams, which ye have caused to be dreams.
See, and neither hearken to your dreams which you have caused to be, because it's your diviners. It's these last day soothsayers that telling you what a vision means. So now you go into your dream and you don't get to hear the vision of the Lord. You're dreaming what they told you to dream.
Right.
Because they're diviners and soothsayers. They can't acknowledge, they can't have the keys to prophecy, because if they did, they'll win the Powerball every week. What the hell they need with your $40? Right. You can get the Powerball, or you can get suckers like me for the next few years and get, maybe a total of 50,000. If you're a soothsayer, a true one, you know what tomorrow numbers are. But they don't, and they lure you in with that cold reading, look you up and down, and they can size you up. They know if you a dope dealer because you got jewels on and you ain't got no job. And you've come up in a fancy car, so they already done size you up. And they tell you things like, oh, the one that's after you, he's a fat boy. Well, hell, there's 3 fat boys around me. Which one you talking about? And then you start guessing. Maybe it's him. And then you go to sleep and the devil gonna send you that is him. It was never him, because they would have told you who the fat boy was. Like when the Messiah tell you something about the Passover, look, it's a place already ready for the Passover. When you get there, there's a man with the pitcher in his hand. Don't go to nobody else, not the one with the fork in his hand, not the one with this other item in the plate in his hand. There'll be a man with a pitcher in his hand, a water pitcher. That's the one you need to talk to. Now follow my instructions.
That's it. That's it.
Follow my, it's that simple. Y'all like it that hard?
That's it.
Not at all.
Get some more, bro.
Verse 9.
Yeah.
For they prophesy falsely unto you in my name.
In what?
In my name.
Y'all see, this is what we talk about when you're saying Yahweh. They'll say it like they learned in Jerusalem. Yahweh. Almost like they doing karate. Like,
That sounds like that's in the wilderness.
Yeah. And you like, damn, he know that Hebrew language. Damn, we must follow him.
Follow not.
Yeah. Yeah, boy. Go ahead, bro.
For they prophesy falsely unto you in my name. I have not sent them,
What'd he
says
say?
the Most High. I have not sent them, says the Most High.
Read that verse 10. Yeah.
For thus says the Most High, that after 70 years be accomplished at Babylon, I will visit you and perform my good toward you in causing you to return to this place.
So that's after Babylon. That was just, but there's still Deuteronomy 28. You're going to Babylon because it's all about disobedience and obedience.
Right.
But don't listen to it, because it's still spiritual wickedness in high places. The end results was don't listen to spiritual diviners. Didn't he say that? Right. Soothsayers. It's the same spiritual program that you got to be prepared for. Even in the land of your captivity, it's going to be even more of it there. I'm sending you there so you can get this out of your system. Because you can't bring this back home. You got to shake that. You can't bring that bad behavior back home. What you mean, flee Babylon? Flee that iniquity first.
Yeah,
before
get rid
you
of all
come
your
back
sins
here.
in the wilderness before we come back home.
Yes, sir. Y'all read the rest of that, y'all. Give me a little bit of that Jeremiah 42.
Hey, can I get a question in?
Yes, sir.
prophesied everywhere, but I had to pray the Abrahamic curse for the first time on our own people.
Did you, boy?
On one of our young brothers in the streets, man. Well, you know one of my sons, y'all know Davon.
Yeah.
Well, he back 6-7 years ago, we was trying to shake him from one of these hoodlums in the hood.
Yeah.
And my prayer was that the Most High divide them some kind of way. The brother ended up going to jail for 3 years.
Yeah.
4 years. So when he came back, he see that Davon on a whole different level, and Davon ain't messing with him. And so he decides while Davon and my daughter, 24 years old, riding down the street, to shoot into their car.
Oh, boy.
3 times. The bullet hit the car 3 times. Didn't hit them.
Boy.
But the bullet hit the car 3 times. But when they told me about it, I'm ready to do something. You know what I mean? The flesh, pop up.
Yes, sir.
You know, I got children in there, but I ain't gonna lie, but we gotta take everything to prayer.
Yeah.
So when I go to prayer, I can't take that to prayer.
Right.
Ski mask at night.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So what came
Absolutely
up by the
right.
Holy Spirit was the Abrahamic curse.
Yes, sir.
So I put the Abrahamic curse on
Did
that
you put it
brother.
on him?
Yes, I did.
See, and what
That's
it's
for my family.
is when the script say, under Abraham, curse those who curse thee, and bless those who bless thee. Right. Boy, so you had to put it on.
Yes, I did.
Jacob uses it regularly.
That was my first time.
Look, but it'll be Psalm 139, it'll be perfect hatred. Like he say, I can't ask him to do that, and I got a ski mask on in my vision.
Right. Can't be Romans 1:26.
No. So we understand it, bro. Yeah, put it on them, man. You know, if they got to get off these streets, that's where they need to be, back in that hellhole.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, cast that demon back.
Cast that demon back. Exactly what the Spirit led me to do.
Don't care cause it's Israel.
Yeah.
But see, because nephew changed his life and changed his mindset, his consciousness,
Right.
he got Psalm 91 on him.
Yeah.
That protection. He had that protective head around him.
That's right.
Regardless of it hitting the car, it didn't touch them.
But I told him, man, I said, y'all ain't got to worry, but I can still ride around. Yeah, you can go anywhere you want to go. You
Yeah,
ain't
the
gotta worry
curse
about
is
that
on.
no more.
But he gonna have to keep that blood on him.
Yes, he is.
He gonna have to stay in the Most High's grace. Under obedience.
Yeah.
That's the only way he can keep that protective hedge, that blood upon him.
I'll pass that on.
Obedience.
Yes, sir. And know what you done did, so he have to walk
Right.
and make sure he don't turn that back around on himself, what you just said. You have to let him know, look how to put Abrahamic on him. That means you stay out of this best you can. Watch yourself, y'all. Watch yourself. Don't be over there if you know he gonna be that way. I'm not telling you where you can or can't go. I'm just telling you, watch yourself. The curse is on.
Because
Don't be a part of the curse.
if you see him in that same area, you leave.
Yeah.
Be the bigger man. Hey, I gotta bounce.
The Messiah.
Regardless
did
of
it,
what
didn't
the
he?
hell is going on, Messiah always burnt out. He got little on a many occasions. Wasn't that he was a chump? No. I ain't here for conflict right now.
I'll
But
be back for that. Yeah.
I'll be back to holler at you. Today ain't the day, but
Yeah.
I will be back.
Go ahead, 42, and where you gonna start? 7.
42:7.
Yeah, start there. Go ahead. We'll read down a little bit. We may skip
42 and what?
7.
7. Jeremiah chapter 42 verse 7.
Yeah.
And it came to pass after 10 days that the word of the of Elohim came unto Jeremiah. Then called he Johanan, the son of Kareah, and all the captains of the forces which were with him, and all the people from the least even to the greatest.
Yes, sir.
And said unto them, Thus saith the Elohim, the power of Israel, unto whom ye sent me to present your supplications before him. If you will still abide in this land.
If you will do what?
Abide in this land. Then will I build you and not pull you down.
Right.
And I will plant you and not pluck you up. For I repent me of the evil that I have done unto you. Be not afraid of the king of Babylon.
Do what?
Be not afraid of the king of Babylon.
What the hell we care about if Donald Trump get back in there again? Donald Trump.
your name, man.
So what we scared about there? Who we scared about? Anybody getting there? It must come to pass because we know the Most High is controlling this. You
right.
can't be scared of him. You can't be talking about fleeing from him. He ain't got no power but what the Most High set him up to have.
Exactly.
And that's just to hold you until he come and get us.
That's it.
Let's get some more.
Hit that
Be-
11 again for me.
Okay.
I'm getting ready to hit it, brother. I didn't finish it. Be not afraid of the king of Babylon, of whom ye are afraid. Be not afraid of him, saith the Most High. For I am with you to save you, and to deliver you from his hand. And I will show mercies unto you, that he may have mercy upon you, and cause you to return to your own land.
See, and this is why we have to be subject to the king, because it's prophecy, and this is why he's saying obey your master. He said, because I got him set up like that. He's going to be the one that allow y'all to come. You ain't going to be able to do it yourself. If you do it yourself, you're going to do it like Benjamin Carter did it. You're going to steal, lie, and cheat. Do you know he told people, tell your people you just need to borrow money till tomorrow. And you know you ain't going to give them back. They will borrowing thousands of dollars to get on the train to go over to Jerusalem. You stealing to get back to the land. You fooling your own people that you leaving back in the land. Didn't we spoil Egypt? Didn't Esau trick Jacob? Didn't Jacob trick Isaac? See, hold on. So this is what y'all going to justify what y'all doing to the people. Tricking them to trick they people out of some money. And then y'all get over there and ain't got no way back. And then they turn on you.
But just like Jacob had to get punished for his
20 years.
They got punished for theirs because they on a nuclear leaking
Compound. So y'all
And with no visas.
And with no visas. Still, like they ain't even got a green card and been over there since 68. Stuck.
And not only that, now they are forced to serve at least 2 to 4 years in their military
Yes, sir.
as an Israeli
Yeah. Versus an Israelite.
versus the Israelite. They cannot even take on their own heritage in that land that belongs to them. It ain't your time yet.
Shit, sound like you fled
Patience.
to Babylon.
Fled right into their
Babylon. Let's get some more.
Verse, where am I at?
That's what fear do to
12, 13.
13.
13.
Yeah.
But if ye say,
See, this a but
if ye say, we will not dwell in this land, neither obey the voice of our Elohim, saying, no, but we will go into the land of Egypt, where we shall see no war, nor hear the sound of the trumpet, nor have hunger of bread, nor, and there we will dwell.
See, that we will dwell. We ain't gonna hear because they saying Russia coming in here, and then they saying North Korea coming in here, and then they saying what's that boy name on Different Stroke? Gary Coleman gonna be resurrected, and he gonna do.
What you talking about, Willie?
Yeah.
What you want to bring him back for?
Just, I'm talking about y'all. They throw these threats out there to make you fear. And you take off running where ain't no war gonna be.
Like most Negroes are
Ain't no
packing up,
war that
going
like
to Ghana.
Cause they ain't got no army.
Everybody running to Africa right now.
They ain't got no nuclear warheads.
Nowhere to run.
But all the Hamites trying to leave Africa to come here.
They want to get over here.
All your money goes far. Hell yeah, it go far. They want you to come on over there because you got that American money.
And look, and we ain't saying you can't go. We're
No,
just saying you
not at
can't
all.
get rid of Deuteronomy 28 when you go.
can't
As
escape
long
it.
as you have that in your mind, you can go anywhere on planet Earth. I'm still under
But a lot
Deuteronomy
of people are
28.
saying they're going to Ghana because they don't want the vaccine. All this. They have certain, they're telling various reasons as to why they're going to Ghana.
Right.
But it don't matter. Operation Deuteronomy is worldwide.
Yeah, it is right. Worldwide.
Worldwide.
And Babylon is the whole entire system.
It's a system, not a location.
Then you just show them how much turn up the American business.
Them Hamites turn
One
up.
side, you show them how much turn up their business.
Oh yeah, over in Ghana. Y'all, and look, we're not trying to use scare tactics to take you not to go. Only thing we're gonna tell you is take Deuteronomy with you. Be careful because you're going to the people that sent you over here. You're going back to them.
Right. And yeah, they're
That's
gonna
all
tell you
you
to come
doing.
back. Yeah, they're gonna claim, oh, you are brothers, we want to see you. They want some money.
Yeah.
Man, they ain't got no money. They want you to bring whatever you've obtained over here, bring it over here.
Yes, sir.
So we can enjoy into your success
Yeah.
over there.
Yeah.
But guess what? When you get over there, you're still separate. You're still not ham.
No.
Still a nickel.
You're still that. That you are.
That lets you know the Babylonian curse is
Yes,
still-
sir. Look, cause they'll look at one of us. Look, cause they still black as the night, and that's why I'm saying that color melanin doctrine don't work. Because the Hamites should be on lock. They should be the fastest runner. They should be the best boxers. They should be all of that. So it ain't about color. So we can miss that. With the color deal, we're going back to see what you look like. Well, hell, that's the same thing we saw for 400 years in Egypt. That face. You think it's about color? No, this is about obedience.
American Negro think about color.
Go anywhere you're able to go. We see people traveling. But don't get it in your mind you think you're going to escape Deuteronomy 28 and I have the program out of the curse.
Cotton picker.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's get it, y'all. We got about 10 minutes.
He's a kata.
That's what they call us, don't they?
Verse 15.
Yeah.
And now, therefore, hear the word of the Elohim, you remnant of Judah.
You what of Judah?
Remnant
He's
of
talking
Judah.
to the remnant, y'all, not the 2/3 that's going to be put down. Go ahead.
Thus saith the Most High of hosts, the God of Israel, if ye wholly set your faces to enter into Egypt, and go to sojourn there,
Yeah.
meaning mentally and spiritually,
Yeah.
then it shall come to pass that the sword which ye fear shall overtake you there in the land of Egypt. And the famine whereof ye were afraid shall follow close after you there in Egypt. And there ye shall die.
What you gonna do?
Die.
See, y'all, you can't get away from this, and this is why I'm saying the remnant of Judah. If you think you can get out of here, because these are talking about our best men, talking about this, leaders, so to speak. The remnant of Judah. If you think you can get back over there, look, the sword follows you over there.
No matter where you go.
Look, can you lead without this?
They need their phone.
Look, they call over here, don't they?
Babylonian system.
What y'all doing over there?
They going live on their phone. Though.
What y'all doing over there in over there in Babylon? Chilling?
What y'all doing over there in Babylon?
Yeah.
Same
Same thing, chilling. Waiting on a visa, dog. Just like we are here waiting on a visa. It's called civil rights. Every week we have to wait on something that if you are part of this nation, you've been here 400 years, what you still fighting for?
Right.
They say you have a right to vote, not a law to vote.
That's it.
They have to vote on that.
Is your party there?
Yeah, they got to vote.
Every 20 years.
Vote
Let's
on
get
this.
some more, y'all.
And if they're a day late on the application, guess what?
You can't vote?
You can't vote for the next 20 years.
And that's just been since 1965.
But the new sworn in citizens can.
Yeah.
Because
Yes, sir.
they're not Israel.
Right.
This is their kingdom.
See, y'all, when it's saying trodden underfoot of the Gentiles, that means worldwide too.
Yeah.
The Gentiles are worldwide.
That's right. And this is their kingdom.
But that's funny because the white woman wasn't able to vote till like 1922 or 28. They wouldn't even let their women vote.
Yeah, because they had a structure and order
Yeah.
that they were saying men were in charge. That's what we're
Yeah.
doing. We're building the foundation. We can't let them get in the middle of this yet.
Right.
It'll break the structure down.
Right. And
So
that's
while
what it
they're
was.
building, y'all build the house. See, they're following the rules of the Bible. That's why they came to a superpower. Men do the building. Women build at home. And now that everything is established,
Right.
then women can get out to help build at home. Y'all understand what I'm saying? But first, the men have to get out there and build. Y'all understand what we're saying? And then you bring the family structure into that. But you can't be sitting back and tell them to go on through the wilderness. You hear that bear up there? Susie May, go up there and see if there's a bear up there. I got your back.
Get noodle back.
Who's that there? Who had that? LC?
It's like the Arabs, like once they got rich, they like, man, yeah, gone.
Go.
Oh, we own now.
We look, y'all, that's what they do. Once we make off of y'all, we done.
Gotta spend $3
Look here. Go ahead, bro.
Verse 17.
Yeah.
So shall it be with all the men that set their faces to go into Egypt to sojourn there. They shall die by the sword, by the famine, and by the pestilence. And none of them shall remain or escape from the evil that I will bring upon them. For thus saith the Most High of hosts, the Master of Israel, as mine anger and my fury hath been poured forth upon the inhabitants of Jerusalem, so shall my fury be poured forth upon you, when ye shall enter into Egypt, and ye shall be an execration, and an astonishment, and a curse, and a reproach, and ye shall see this place no more. The Most High hath said concerning you, O ye remnant of Judah, go ye not into Egypt.
Do what?
Go ye not into Egypt. Know certainly that I have admonished you this day.
Look, I told you. See, like your parents tell you, look, I told you. Now you do it again, I'm going to whoop your donkey. I ain't playing with you. See, when he say I admonish you, it's been, yeah. So, well, because you sure have a long face, boy. So, y'all, when he say I have admonished you, he's saying, look, word is bond on this one. I'm not playing with this one. Don't y'all move where I told y'all not to move. Then y'all telling me there's another savior somewhere.
Right.
Let's get some more.
Verse 20. For ye dissembled in your heart.
Where they disassembled at?
They dissembled in their heart. When ye sent me unto the Most High your Elohim, saying, pray for us unto the Most High your power. And according unto all that the Most High our power shall say, so declare unto us, and we will do it. And now I have this day declared it to you. But ye have not obeyed the voice of the Most High, your Elohim, nor anything for the which he hath sent me unto you. Now therefore know certainly that ye shall die by the sword, by the famine, and by the pestilence, in the place whither you desire to go and to sojourn.
Whether you desire to go and to sojourn.
When it's all said and done, all flesh goes
Look, y'all,
down.
and what we're talking about is Benjamin Carter right-hand man, Warren Brown. He was his right-hand man. They got into it. He say, I knew, and he's testifying to a Muslim now. He's supposed to be Hebrew. He testifying to a counselor of the Muslim because they threw him out of there. Vietnamese right-hand man. He's telling them what's going on down in the camp. You looking for them to judge him? So you over here crying at them because you done been replaced. And then you go get with Zimbabwe leader and y'all try to get with Bobby Rush and take the sanctions. You try to get with Bobby Rush and take the sanctions off of Zimbabwe. Bobby Rush said, you ain't getting me in trouble. You runaway Negro. So they charged him with crimes. This same Warren Brown. Guess where he had to come back and go to jail for 5 years? In America. Where you fled, it chased you there and brought that let's hook up with them and manipulate this government like we did to get over here. I'm going to try it again over here. But it's going to get you 5 years back here. And he came back to the penitentiary here. What if the second coming had to happen while he was here locked up? Y'all understand what I'm saying?
Man.
So, y'all, it's crazy when you understand the logic of it and all. You just have to watch that Pharisee doctrine. It's Pharisee doctrine. It's running rampant in New York. It's on the streets of St. Louis. It's Pharisee doctrine. It's all out of cup because they come at the first thing they come is out of cup and don't come with your consciousness or mind or spirit. They don't ask you about the priesthood and who you serve as your intercessor. They ask you where your beard at on a beardless man.
Where your friends?
Your friends, yeah, all your beard. But notice they say one on the 12 tribes that, look, my mustache is like Nat Turner beard compared to them Indians, and ain't once they curse them for not having beards, but yet they say they a tribe. Have y'all ever heard them cursing these Indians here for not having beards?
Nope.
And they still want to make them a tribe, though.
All they do is point
But yet they'll see me and try to do a little mockery. We laughing with you. It was kind of funny. But that ain't gonna take away from your rotten ass.
Right. That's right.
And what you did with that GoFundMe with your rotten ass.
Right.
I'm laughing too. At your rotten ass. Where we at?
Gang of Solomon looking like
Yeah. It was funny though, wasn't it?
It must have been funny.
Yeah.
It was real funny.
Yeah.
Point at the camera, Daniel.
Yeah, that's that misdirection. Look over here, y'all. Don't look at what they say I'm doing. Look right here. Laugh over here. So this gonna make you cry about my rotten ass. Look over here. Let's get some more.
Where we at? Finishing out.
No, you finished 22. Yeah, you good. Y'all was gonna run Sirach 49. Y'all read that. That's the that is the Hall of Fame. I tell you what, like just read the first 3 and y'all read the rest of the verses because it's gonna explain something. Even though we've seen a lot of men keeping the word, you know, but it's a situation that where he names 3 when we're talking about truly keeping it in your heart from start to finish. That's even if you fall. You acknowledge your transgression. Right. And this is what we talk about, men who clearly said, who cleared their conscience. Y'all not talking about clearing your conscience because 2 or 3 people may say, man, don't worry about it no more. The Lord then forgave you. No, you can't fall into Job's friends mode.
No.
You have to clear your conscience. And when you clear your conscience, when that sin come up that you did, you still read it. You don't bypass it.
Right.
It's going to sting every time you read it till the sting goes away. And it'll go away every time you read it because it's telling you, I don't want that sting no more. Right. This sting I'm reading was nothing like the sting I was getting.
Right.
Because all the for unlawful carnal knowledge in you think you getting ain't going to be nothing like the for unlawful carnal knowledge you going to get.
Yeah, right.
And I had to put it in them words.
Yeah.
Let's read some more.
What chapter?
49 and 1.
Sirach chapter 49 verse 1. The remembrance of Josiah is like the composition of the perfume that is made by the art of the apothecary.
Well, that was close. Yeah.
Apothecary.
Yeah.
It is sweet as honey in all mouths, and as music at a banquet of wine.
See, this is what it was comparing the remembrance of Josiah. When we think about this individual and like the composition of how they mix a perfume or a cologne to get the right smell, you like, I like the way that smell. And your woman says, I like the way that smell on you too.
Right.
You know, so that's what it's saying. This is what Josiah was like. His heart was like, his conscience. Go ahead, Elisha.
He behaved himself uprightly in the conversion of the people, and took away the abominations of iniquity.
Y'all seeing what gives him this authority? Y'all heard what's putting him on the map? Read that again, what he did.
He behaved himself uprightly in the conversion of the people, and took away the abominations of iniquity.
Right.
He directed his heart unto the Most High, and in the time of the ungodly he established the worship of Yahweh.
Y'all see what he did? He said, when it got worse, I established the Most High's word. I established it. I didn't go down when it get worse, y'all, and this is what it come to, y'all. When we start seeing bestiality and men on men and stuff like that regularly walking the street, we got to go harder in our soul.
That's
and
right.
Look at it and say, thank you for bringing me to these days that I can see how close I am possibly to the second coming.
Like Baruch
I'm
said,
watching
go
it, yeah.
10 times harder.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Verse 4. All except David and Ezekiel and Josiah were defective.
What were they?
Defective.
Y'all know how many kings and princesses were in Israel, and it say everybody else besides these 3 were defective. And what this mean is, you going, Mike? Okay,
Shalom.
they didn't have total control of their soul. Like when Nathan came to David, he said, David, this the parable. What would you do with him? David's conscience said, kill him. See, that was a righteous conscience to say this is what the man deserves. He say, it's you, David. He like, oh, Lord, have mercy. You mean to tell me that's witness? He like, how you think it ain't witness? You send men to go get her. After they told you who her father was and her husband, you said go get her for me anyway.
Yep.
So you done brought people into your circle of sin. Yes, sir, bro. Go get her for me. Let's get some more.
I don't care who she belongs to.
But his heart was not defective because he didn't opt out and say, well, Lord, you know my heart. No, we can't use that. The heart is terribly wicked. Ain't that what the script say? You can't say that. Who can know it? When you have a defective heart, your mouth will speak that. Because it's defective. Go ahead, what else to say?
For they forsook the law of the Most High, even the kings of Judah failed. Therefore he gave their power unto others, and their glory to a strange nation. They burnt the chosen city of the sanctuary, and made the streets desolate, according to the prophecy of Jeremiah. For they entreated him evil, who nevertheless was a prophet, sanctified in his mother's womb, that he might root out and afflict and destroy, and that he might build up also and plant.
So y'all read that about Jeremiah. That's what he's saying. He had the Holy Spirit in his mother's womb. That's when he said, when I form you, then you get the Holy Spirit at birth, like John the Baptist. When Mary went, John the Baptist started kicking wildly in Elizabeth's stomach. And she said, the mother of my Lord is here. And John the Baptist was kicking. He said, yeah, I can feel him too. He here.
That's the one.
He was sanctified in the womb at that point. The Holy Spirit was put on John the Baptist at that point so he could identify the Messiah to the people. We can hold that, y'all, but that's the Hall of Fame. Y'all keep reading the rest of that, but for time's sake, we got to just get this last one, y'all, and we just going to go with Isaiah 61 because I know we read a lot of doom about this war, but let's just see the victory celebration.
That's right.
Yes, sir. Let's see the end, that celebration, y'all. See, and this what's going to make us go 10 times harder because this is what we're looking to gain. Y'all read 62, but we just going to get into 61 because it's going to talk a little bit about the earth. 60 is good too. 60 gets you that satisfaction you waiting on these nations when you see like the lizard king Charles being your servant. Didn't you hear Tobias say he was thirsty? Now, you don't want me to get Zeb over here with that staff. Now, get them cold drinks like you're supposed to.
She's going to be like, no, not the way he looking.
Hey, you seen that Joker hands?
Go ahead, Joe. 61.
Ass mittens on your
Shit. Okay, I'll act right. What'd you say, Zed? You just gonna point, huh, like this. Y'all know what it is. Look, look, do that mama look just how you just look like this. That's gonna be it. Go ahead. Yeah.
Isaiah chapter 61, verse 1.
What'd it say?
The Spirit of the Most High, Yahweh, is upon me.
See, we keep talking about this spirit, y'all, that's upon you. See, we ain't talking flesh. We talking spirit. We talk about armed up with spirit because that's how the attacks are coming. These people that we're talking about, it's not that individual. It's that individual that allowed a wicked spirit to come in and it's driving. Right. We're cursing that spirit out, not that individual. Because that individual may get a chance to change, but we'll let that spirit have it.
What about the people who willingly let him inside, though?
Well, same thing. Same thing. They're looking for opportunity. If I can get the sin of my flesh through this individual, then I'll trade off that. Well, that individual come with tricks. And treats.
Right.
And you'll be on videotape. Your darkest secrets. Scared to let come out.
Unsavory things.
Yes, sir.
That's when the midgets run out.
Boy, look here. Them 3 midgets will run out on your ass. And we talking about short doctrine is all. Get your minds out the gut. Let's go ahead, y'all. Where we at?
Verse 1
Ain't long suffering lies, just short doctrine, no patience doctrine. Go ahead.
The Spirit of the Master Yahweh is upon me, because the Most High hath anointed me to preach good tidings unto the meek. He has sent me to bind up the brokenhearted, to proclaim liberty to the captives, and the opening of the prisons to them that are bound, to proclaim the acceptable year of the Most High, and the day of vengeance of our power, to comfort all that mourn.
See, and look, we're talking about his vengeance, his second coming, what he gonna do now. How does that comfort the people? It comfort us because we know things are finna change for sure. See, this is how your mindset is praying. This is what he talking about, that Abrahamic curse, because we know what's coming. Your vengeance has to happen on these nations so they respect what you done put down.
Payback.
Payback. Go ahead, bro.
To anoint unto them that mourn in Zion, to give unto them beauty for ashes, the oil of joy for mourning, the garment of praise for the spirit of heaviness, that they might be called trees of righteousness.
What might they be called?
Trees of righteousness, the planting of the Most High, that they might be glorified.
So when you read Matthew 12:33, when it say you should know a tree by its fruits, whether the tree be evil or the tree be good, no good fruit can come from an evil tree. I don't care how you switch Satan doctrine. I don't care how you say the Messiah's name like Bruce Lee said. Yeah, what? Like you said. It ain't gonna work. Go ahead.
Verse 4, and they shall build the old waste.
Yeah.
They shall raise up the former desolation. And they shall repair the waste cities. The desolations of many generations. And strangers shall stand and feed your flock.
Yeah, look, we were just speaking of that. And look, it ain't saying Zeb ain't got to get rough. He can just look at it. You know what your job is. Go ahead.
And the sons of the alien shall be your plowmen, and your vineyard and your vine dressers. But ye shall be named the priest of the Most High. Men shall call you the ministers of our power. Ye shall eat the riches of the Gentiles.
What we gonna do?
Eat the riches of the Gentiles. And in their glory shall ye boast yourselves. For your shame ye shall have double. And for confusion they shall rejoice in their portion. Therefore in their land they shall possess the double. Everlasting joy shall be unto them. For I, the Most High, love judgment. I hate robbery for burnt offering. And I will direct their work in truth. And I will make an everlasting covenant with them. And their seed shall be known among the Gentiles.
What is their seed gonna be known?
Known among the Gentiles. And their offspring among the people. All that see them shall acknowledge them, that they are the seed which the Most High has blessed.
See, they are the seed, male and female. Go ahead.
I will greatly rejoice in the Most High. My soul shall be joyful in my power. For he hath clothed me with the garments of salvation. He hath covered me with the robe of righteousness, as a bridegroom decked himself with ornaments, and as a bride adorneth herself with her jewels. For as the earth bringeth forth her bud, and as the garden causeth the things that are sown in it to spring forth, so the Most High your power will cause righteousness and praise to spring forth before all nations.
Y'all, and it's going to spring forth with the children of Israel because it was promised, y'all, but we got to get our minds right. We can't take corrupt doctrine and trick nobody or extort anybody and talking about the truth, and you using extortion and wickedness. How does the two go together? That's snake doctrine. That's midget doctrine, 3 of them. Y'all, let's close on out here.
What if they stand on each other's shoulders?
Boy, look here, that's what we're saying. They can
It's still 3 midgets.
Shit. Yeah. Anybody got any questions or concerns? Too loud.
Outstanding lesson.
Yes, sir. All praise to the Most High, y'all. Pray for our sick and shut in, y'all. Help Israel that's willing to help themselves, and that's obedience to the law. You can't force anybody to obey God's commandment. They have to want to, because it said willingly.
That's right.
See, you can willingly object the Most High, and you can willingly conform to it. It's free will. You're free to choose the devil if you want to, but there's a penalty to pay.
Like you say, we gotta still continue to pray for our brother Ariel.
Yes, sir.
And our brother Jeremiah.
Yes, sir.
And
Both Jeremiahs. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And pray for our brother Telly, who got a business in Ghana.
Absolutely. And
said
doing
that
well.
about-
He's
yeah.
doing well. You know,
Yeah,
we
he
ain't
back
got no
over here
problem
now.
with that. He back?
No,
Yeah,
he
he-
opened one in Houston, but
He
I
opened-
don't think he doing it. I think he got a family member.
You get a little
doing it.
franchise, yeah.
He opened up a
Like
one
he
in
had to
Houston.
do it here.
But you
Yeah.
need that
But he-
American money. You
he-
need that connection.
He's planning on going back though.
Yeah, so well,
You know,
we
but the
understand
brother,
that, but
may the
he's,
Most High continue
Yeah.
to bless the brother in his endeavor.
he
'Cause
understands the move.
Yeah, he's doing well, man. But he's dealing with some things, some of his ups and downs. I mean, it's the norm of doing business.
It's a norm
You know,
of captivity being
Captivity,
an Israelite.
yeah, so
Because they know who you are.
right, and so he's good, man. You know, just saying, you know,
Shouts out to Octella.
shout
Send me
out
some of
to
that
him.
Rasta
Yes,
pasta.
send me some of that, yeah.
Plantain.
Plantains,
What do you call
yeah.
it? Pink team?
No, I thought he said pig
Oh,
team.
Yeah,
Pink team.
Pink team. Plantain, them look like
he talking about the
bananas.
drink. He talking about the
Oh,
drink.
you talking about some drink? Okay, all right, yeah.
Everybody got special.
Yes, sir. He had a fabulous list up there.
Yeah.
So, you
Yeah,
know,
it's
they
food is-
and look, they enjoy it over there, but like we're saying, you find yourself back in the head, so to speak, because it's still the power broker. America
Right.
is. America has more gold than anybody. Y'all, we keep talking about this money like the dollar. They know the dollar ain't dumb.
Right.
Shanghai tea. America has more gold than the Arab nations.
They stole.
They got more guard. Stole it. They ain't stole shit. I'm talking about this where it was before. I'm talking about they may have got, you may be right, it may be stolen gold, but what we're talking about is the earth's money. You have more than China, you have more than the Arab nations, and you have more than Russia. So what I'm talking about is those are the three superpowers on earth. You have more gold than all of them combined. You run the world. The world needs gold to function. These need gold in them to function. You need gold. You got to have it, and gold is the earth's money. You can't rebuild without gold. So what we're talking about is who has the gold, who has the true money, is in charge of planet Earth. Because guess how they got the gold? You may say it's stole, but what they do, put sanctions on it. I'll give you some penicillin for all the gold you have over there. Because the gold ain't gonna do y'all no good, and all y'all got VD.
But the thing is, see, we still have to go back to what the prophecy says
Yeah.
about who's going to own the gold,
Yeah.
and how you will obtain it.
Yeah.
That was the blessing of Jacob.
Yes, sir.
To Esau.
Yeah.
He said, all your wealth is going to come from the earth.
Yes, sir.
That's your blessing.
Yeah.
Earthly, materialistic riches.
Riches.
For the flesh.
Yeah.
That's all you
That's
get.
it.
The spiritual riches belong to Jacob.
That's it, right there. That's it.
The inheritance of everything.
Yeah.
The fullness of the earth.
He said, I don't even know what to give you, my son. I done gave it all to Jacob. But I got a few little things.
He said, but I'm going to give you what you're used to doing. I'm going to give you what you're used to doing by pillaging the earth,
Yeah.
robbing and murder.
Yeah.
Because you're going to do it all by what you're used to doing.
Yeah.
You're a hunter.
Yeah.
You love to hunt blood.
Yeah.
You love blood. You love shedding blood.
Yeah.
He was on a run when he asked for the lentils from Jacob from a murder he had just committed.
Yeah.
He was already on the run.
On
from
the
murder.
run.
I ain't got time for it to finish. Just give it here.
Yeah.
So it was by his. You gonna get what you used to.
Yeah.
You love living by the sword.
You're gonna die by it.
Your riches, your inheritance is gonna be the earth by your murderer.
Yeah.
Through your murder and your pillaging and the plundering.
But you don't steal nothing without overtaking. So that's talking about power.
So he owns. He said the earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
Yeah.
Yes, it did. Yes, it does.
Let's go
Until
down
the
to-
rule to end of the Gentile rule.
Yes, sir. And we quote them scriptures, but act like we don't want to understand.
Yes, we stand it clear.
Quote them to people.
He showed that to Esau. He gave Esau. You can have the earth.
What they say, it's time to go home? Look, church for youngsters is still like church for youngsters.
Life's good. It's time to
Zeb
go
and
home.
Elijah getting long-winded like them pastors.
Pastor long-winded.
Talk about, okay, we're gonna have another prayer?
Get a third offering.
All right,
Pass the
family.
place one more time.
We're going to get this closing prayer for them short-legged.
Yes, sir.
With the Most High's permission. And it's in the name of His only begotten Son, our Lord and Savior and our Redeemer, Yahushua HaMashiach. Long live the King.
Long live the King.
Reading in the book of Psalms, in the 42nd chapter, it reads, As the hart panteth after the water brooks, so panteth my soul after thee, O Yah.
Yes, sir.
My soul thirsteth for Yahweh,
Yes, sir.
for the living Elohim. When shall I come to appear before Yah? My tears have been my meat day and night,
Yes, sir.
while they will continually say unto me, Where is thy God?
Yeah.
When I remember these things, I pour out my soul in me. For I had gone with the multitude. I went with them to the house of Yah, with the voice of joy and praise, with a multitude that kept holy day. Why art thou cast down, O my soul?
Yes, sir.
And why art thou disquieted within me? Hope thou in Yah,
Yes, sir.
for I shall yet praise him for the help of his countenance. O my Elohim, my soul is cast down within me. Therefore will I remember thee from the land of Jordan, and of the Hermonites from the hill Mizar. Deep calleth unto deep at the noise of thy waters.
Yes, sir.
All thy waves and thy billows are gone over me. Yet the Most High will command his loving kindness in the daytime.
Yes, sir.
And in the night his song shall be with me. And my prayer unto the Most High of my life. I will say unto Yahweh my rock, why hast thou forgotten me? Why go I mourning because of the oppression of the enemy?
Yes, sir.
As with a sword in my bones, mine enemies reproach me. While they say daily unto me, where is thy God?
Yes, sir.
Why art thou cast down, O my soul? And why art thou disquieted within me? Hope thou in Yah, for I shall yet praise him, who is the health of my countenance and my Elohim.
Yes. Hallelujah! Yes, sir. Them youngsters in it, boy, they like, we know that. That means it's time to go. Y'all, if y'all got a shekel or two, we greatly appreciate it. Thank y'all, worldwide audience, for continual support to keep the ministry going, y'all. And y'all got some questions, get them out there, y'all. We still do classes on the fly, y'all, because we instant in season, out of season. One love, family.